wasn't the old athletic director. It was.
Or the guy building it.
Richard Hardy. Him and he was not like Terry.
Gotcha.
They did not like each other. But still, though.
They said it was because the softball field wasn't done and they weren't allowed to touch this, is what the quote unquote what got put back.
I don't know if that's true. I do know that Jeff Hardy did not want Terry.
Yeah, if someone said, hey, I got money to donate. Like, great. What color you want the board? We'll do it tomorrow. Okay, well, I have no problem. I'll name it whatever you want to name it.
Right, the name of it doesn't
Don't
make
care.
nothing. Yeah.
Don't care. Oh, I'm with the chats.
Oh, the keys to the game, the first one. Explain the keys to the first key
Go
to the game.
to take
Wait till he says
this
it.
down.
Keep emotional what? He said keep emotional baggage. What did it say? I don't know what he said. Oh, it's on the phone. He said it to me. No emotional hang-up.
Yeah. Last night, you had this big emotion drive, and today, you can't have a hangover from that. It's got to be out of there. It's got to be washed away. Last night's game's got to be out.
You know what I would done for the first 45 minutes of practice today? We had to run the bases and we just slid in everything. we slid. It's like, how come the night against Wednesday, you know, slide over there.
I see that.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the home of the Doddridge County Bulldogs, where tonight the Bulldogs will wrap up their regular season at home against the visiting FAIRMONT Seniors in what should be a tremendous tune-up game before regional play begins next week. The Bulldogs come in tonight riding a big emotional win after last night's walk-off victory against Wahama. Those are the types of games that can absolutely define a season. Pressure baseball, playoff atmosphere. It was a late inning victory, and they found a way to respond. They found a way to win. That tells you a lot about this Doddridge County team. It didn't matter the record of the opposing team. It didn't matter the situation. Everything that mattered was the moment at hand. The Bulldogs last night found themselves knotted up, bottom of the seventh, tie ball game, and they had to manufacture one run to win, and they did just that in Bulldog fashion with a walk-off bunt to score the game-winning run. This group has battled all year long, and now they sit in the final regular season game with momentum, confidence. Something bigger is in front of them, and they know it. The regular season has been outstanding, but everybody in this dugout knows the mission at hand has just begun. Offensively, the Bulldogs lineup has been dangerous from top to bottom all season. As we look at some of the leaders tonight, at the top of that lineup is still Caleb Hall, has had an absolutely unreal year, batting still just over 500 with a staggering 1.586 OPS. He's been one of the hottest hitters in the state and continues to come through in huge moments, but you can't let that overshadow Tristan Swiger. Swiger continues to be one of the most complete players in this roster. He's batting just under 370 with a 369 batting average with a power, production, and consistency to go along with it. Not to mention his defensive play, not to mention his strong right arm. He's an ace on the mound. He's a valued player in the field, and when it comes to the plate appearances, this young man knows how to put runs across the board. The next guy you can't overlook is a young man by the name of Dane Murphy. You can't overlook the third baseman. He also plays behind the plate where he'll be tonight. Dane Murphy is one of these guys that can come to the plate in the 4-hole, the 5-hole. Not only does he hit for power, but he's also proven to hit for an average where he sits in the mid-300s. One of the top hitters in this dangerous lineup for the Bulldogs. We look at Luke Rickiski. He continues to set the tone offensively. He's batting around 350, 360. His on-base percentage is right there near 500. You mix that in with a guy named Maxwell Nicholson and Malachi Kelly, throw in there a Josh DeHaven, and this lineup can get away from a defense quick and in a hurry. They know how to score runs. They know how to be effective. They know how to play team baseball. It's not about I, it's all about we. And what's impressive about Doddridge County, they don't rely on just one thing. They can beat you with their power. They can beat you with their speed, with their pressure, with offense, situational hitting, or they just grind it out at the bats inning after inning, and they know how to push a pitcher high into the pitch count. FAIRMONT Senior, however, is a quality baseball program. They came last year when they played the Doddridge County Bulldogs, and it was an ugly game in favor of the FAIRMONT Senior. So the Doddridge Bulldogs know this is not a light task tonight. This is not a game to be overlooked. This is a type of game to set the stage and have you physically and mentally ready for regional play. FAIRMONT Senior, not only are they athletic, but they are extremely disciplined. They'll test you defensively. They'll test you mentally. They know how the game of baseball is played. And this is exactly the kind of game that Coach Wright needs before postseason, because it will force you to sharpen every aspect of your game. This game tonight honestly feels more like a regular season, not like a regular season finale, but more like a regional style matchup. And as we get ready for the first pitch, we're going to look over here when we come back to Coach Justin. We're going to talk about a couple keys to tonight's success. And I will tell you, what he musters up is usually spot on when we go through the game. We're going to keep looking at these. If we can execute these three things that Coach has put on the board for us, we are absolutely going to be sitting in the driver's seat come the end of the seventh inning. Ladies and gentlemen, we'll be right back after these brief messages.
Mission in motion. In Doddridge County schools, our students are becoming future ready, rising up with bright minds and big goals. Together, we are united to make a difference.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, as we bring Coach Justin on the line here. Coach, when you look at the keys to tonight's success, and it's something that we look out through the game and we start to see the fact that these keys are more than just words on a page. However, they're actually meaningful to winning baseball.
Yeah, these are things that, we've came up with here, just over these games and this season, and not only just season. These are just things that we know between me and you that are important to be successful on the field. We can come up with some small things. I know we come up with something different in the beginning, just to kind of touch base with some different things. But, we often bring out the three very important things that that we can look at. And this is something, every key to the game could be different, but sometimes it's often similar. Depending on the team could be different, but it is often similar. It's often about mindset. It's often about motivation. It's often about, feelings or emotions of some sort. Next pitch mentality, and we talked about that yesterday. Let's go ahead through the keys. You ready to go through them? Or?
I'm waiting on you, buddy.
All right. Well, we're sitting here talking about it. The first key to success we're going to go is no emotional hangover. So yesterday we had a different type of game. We came out early. We did good. It kind of leveled off a little bit. Had a couple bad outs. Or let's say an inning or so.
Right.
That went south a little bit, and it changed the whole momentum of the game. And by changing that momentum, up and down, where are they at in their mental state coming into this new game?
Sure.
You can't have the hangover from yesterday.
That's right.
Yeah, and you said it yourself. You call it a hangover, and that's just letting yesterday carry into today. And that really carries over to our next key to success. I'm sorry there, and the next key. Short-term memory law or short-term memory.
That might be what you have.
It might be because I can't get my phone open. No, it's short-term memory. It's a next pitch mentality, man. It's one of them things that no matter what you do, good, bad, left, right, up, down, you got to go to the next pitch. You can't let that emotional and feel it, or the emotions and the feelings get over on you, good and bad. You got to stay level-headed. You got to stay to a certain stature to perform where you want to be. You can't be on your high horse, and you can't be too low.
That's right.
And the next pitch mentality, we really stress on that. You make a mistake, you got to step back in and look at the next pitch. You can't hang your head. You can't show emotions. These guys are really keying in on watching emotions on these boys, especially these scouts and stuff that are coming in here. They're not wanting to see them hit big bombs and home runs and 20 Ks. And they're wanting to see them struggle. They're wanting to see how they handle the struggle. They want to see how they perform the next pitch after they make a mistake.
Yeah.
Okay. And just with that being said, no free bases. No free bases. That's the key to almost every game that we said.
You can't defend a walk.
You can't defend a walk. You can't defend a pass ball. And errors have hurt us at different times.
It has,
But as long as we keep them errors down, we keep the pass balls down. We got good bats. We got good pitching. Good things are going to happen. So I think if we just focus on those things, I think we got some good things ahead of us.
I agree with you. I think those are things that if we take care of, you're going to see yourself on the positive end of each one of these games come the final out of the seventh inning. No matter who we're playing, I think you're going to see it being where we want to be. And Coach Wright knows it. These are things that he's preaching. These are things that they're talking about. And as we look ahead into this region, the 18th kicks off this regional playoff style, and it's totally different. You've got your region, you got your super region. So your one is going to be up there with your fours, and then your twos and threes are going to be down the bottom bracket battling. You're going to have to win 3 ball games in order to move out. But if you were to lose one of those, you're going to have to win between 4 and 5 games to come out of the bottom of that region
bracket.
And play against number 1 if number 1 is the successor. So there's a lot of baseball left. Just to get out of your region, there could be 3 to 5 games, and they're packed in a 2-week 10-day period. So this is where you start to see who is a coaching staff, who has done the best job at preparing arms. I hear it all the time. Well, hey, we've got our main pitchers. Why are we not pitching them tonight? They're ready. Because the main pitcher's not who we need to be ready in the region.
Right.
We need pitcher number 4 and 5 to be ready to go because they've pitched in tough situations. They've got 10, 12, 14 innings on the mound. Because if those guys have no innings on the mound, your team's not winning in the region.
Yeah, that's the
one
most
good arm
important.
ain't winning it.
That's most important. I mean, you got to have your aces, you got to have your horses, but coming in behind them, you can have 2 horses, but if you ain't got nothing behind them, you're only going to last
and
one
the
or
only
2
way
games.
those guys are going to get better is if they have time on the mound.
Yeah.
They got to be allowed. Coaches a lot of times don't allow kids to have the ability to fail.
I'm glad you said that. I'm glad you said that. Yeah.
Having the ability to fail is one of the biggest opportunities for success.
Yeah.
So many coaches want to jerk a kid out of the game as soon as he makes one mistake. He walks 2 batters, he's done. Well, guess what? That kid now knows next time, if I fail at all, I'm out.
Yeah,
so there's fear of failure.
Right.
And
right.
what we try to create is an atmosphere where kids aren't afraid to fail.
Yeah.
And if you're not afraid to fail, you're going to play at a level where you're loose. You're going to make plays that you normally don't make because
well said.
I'm going to dive in the hole after a ball and try to throw the guy out because I'm not afraid if I make the error, coach is going to pull me out. But if I'm afraid of that, I won't try to make the spectacular
That's right.
play.
I totally agree with that.
So we got to get ready with that.
You were talking about right there about putting them in situations to make them perform, putting them in situations that are uncomfortable.
Yeah.
That's where the growth happens, And yesterday they brought Malachi in here. He had bases loaded, no outs.
Right.
Okay, he came in, and he didn't throw bad. Honestly, to be honest, Ben, he threw a lot better than what I thought he was going to throw.
If you go back and look at the stats, the average Joe in the stands will say Malachi Kelly absolutely flopped until you go back and read Game Changer and realize, he pumped a ton of strikes in there.
Yes.
It was a pass ball, 2 pass balls. That's not on the pitcher. Pass ball's not a wild pitch.
No.
So that's 2 mistakes the pitcher didn't do. There was an error, and he already inherited 3 runners on the bag.
That's what I'm saying. Right.
Malachi Kelly came in and did a great job on the mound for the Bulldogs. And if you don't allow a guy like that to come and get those reps, well, what are you going to do when you're in the state title and you ask him because your 2 arms are wore out?
That's what I told him last night. I said, Malachi, from this point forward, it can't be a worse situation.
Yeah, you came in bases loaded, no outs, and 3 straight walks.
That's it. So now, from this point forward, if you get put in there, it can't be any worse.
Yeah.
So I'm real proud
so
of you,
we
Malachi.
look at this regional lineup as it starts to unfold, and we'll know more as it goes. But sadly, I do believe the Bulldogs will be a number 2 seed with all things being said. And if that's the case, we'll be at home a lot next week. So we'll be able to bring you this broadcast, and you can tune in and watch the Bulldogs here all the way out to which would be the Super Regional Championship if they make it that far. But we know we're going to look at those things. We're going to talk about that as the game goes tonight. But we see Fairmont Senior has finished up their warm-ups, and when we come back, we're going to be looking at the lineups for both teams. The coaches are going to have their meetings here, put the talking heads together, and see what they come up with. And it's about showtime, so first pitch is right around the corner, and we'll be back after these brief messages.
Key Oil Company has been a proud member of the North Central West Virginia community since 1978. Key Oil Company has been drilling and producing gas and oil in West Virginia for nearly 50 years. Home office located in Weston, West Virginia. Key Oil Company is a proud supporter of all Doddridge County student athletes. Let's go Bulldogs! Bulldog Station in Doddridge County Sports is a winning combination. For all your pizzas, subs, and salads, call Bulldog Station at 304-666-1364. Open Monday 10 a.m. to 4 p.m., Tuesday and Wednesday 10 a.m. to 6 p.m., Thursday and Friday 10 a.m. to 7 p.m., and Saturdays 4 p.m. to 7 p.m. Bulldog Station located at 323 West Main Street, West Union, West Virginia. Let's go Bulldogs!
Welcome back here, ladies and gentlemen, to the home of the Bulldogs. As we are just moments away from the first pitch, we are going to start looking at the starting lineups. You will hear those announced here as we begin to talk about them. But for the visiting Fairmont Senior Polar Bears, if you are a Polar Bear fan, we welcome you to tonight's broadcast. We try to do a job on here to honor all these athletes because at the end of the day, they are all of our sons and daughters out there. They're all of our neighboring North Central West Virginia athletes, and we want to see every one of these young men perform at the God-given talent that they've had. So throughout the night, if we make a mistake on a name or if we make a mistake on a position, you can know it's not on purpose. So let's look at the Polar Bears. It looks like in leadoff, and some of these are hard to read. Coach didn't write some of their first names down, but we have at shortstop Xavier Marino leading off. In the 2 holes, Savian Huggins. In the 3 hole will be number 1, Cole Salmons. And in the 4 hole, number 4 will be Marcus Izdebski. And number 2 in the 5 hole, Noah Pethel. Batting in the 6 hole will be number 6, Braden Sharps. And in the 7 hole, number 36, Evan Robbins. In the 8 hole, number 44, Jackson Pethel. In the 9 hole, it looks like Braden Painter. And one of those guys, Evan Robbins, is the DH. Not sure who he is DHing for specifically, but I do know that there's a catcher on here, Coda Smars, will be behind the plate. Number 3, head coach Charles Caputo, assistant coach Dominic Vaney. So let's look now across the page to the homestanding Bulldogs as they roll out a very similar starting lineup as they have in games past, as we have our leadoff at shortstop, Brody Brockelman. In the 2 hole, playing second base, will be Tristan Swiger. In right field, number 7, Caleb Hall. In the 4 hole tonight, Luke Rakiski in center field. And behind the plate, a little different flavor tonight, will be big Great Dane Murphy. At first base, in the 6 hole, will be Malachi Kelly. In the 7 hole will be our third baseman tonight, Mr. Caleb Sutton. And in the 8 hole, number 11, will be our pitcher tonight. He will bat for himself, Mr. Hunter Hayhurst. And in the 9 hole, the double leadoff will be number 3, Josh DeHaven in left field. We've seen a lot of these guys play all year in a lot of these positions. I love when we get to see our pitchers bat for themselves, and I'll tell you, we're going to see another good sophomore arm here for the Bulldogs as we see Hayhurst on the mound. What do you think about that matchup tonight?
I think Hunter's really deserving in this game. I think, honestly, Dane behind the plate, he's got Hunter on the mound. Hunter's been very dominant this year.
He has.
He really has. He's got all his stuff working. And, with Hunter's mentality and where he's at right now, I think this is a good game. It's a AAA team. I think they've seen some good bats. They've probably seen some good teams. And Hunter being a sophomore, low 8s, mid 8s, he's got the stuff. You know what I'm saying? And I think this is a good test for him, that if he comes out on top here, it's going to be a good contribution to his skill set and his level of where he's at right now.
That's right. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to take a quick pause as we honor America with the playing of our national anthem.
Turn to Rokiski Service Center in Clarksburg, West Virginia. Family owned and operated since 1924. We've proudly served generations of local drivers with dependable, honest automotive care. From routine maintenance like oil changes, brakes, and tires, to lift kits, custom wheels, and off-road accessories, we help keep your vehicle ready for anything. Visit Rokiski Service Center at 798 West Pike Street or call 304-623-2836 today. That's Rokiski Service Center, 304-623-2836. Ellenboro Floors, located at 23 West Washington Avenue in Ellenboro, West Virginia, is a family-owned and operated business. We have a full showroom with displays of flooring ranging from luxury vinyl plank, tile, hardwood, carpet, sheet vinyl, carpet tiles, and more. We offer commercial and residential installation. Let's turn your home or business into something special. Call 304-869-3969. Financing is available. We are open Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. That's Ellenboro Floors, located at 23 West Washington Avenue in Ellenboro, West Virginia. Call 304-869-3969 or visit us on Facebook.
All right, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, and here we are, the start of the wrap-up to regular season. The Bulldogs have been very efficient all year. This is the last game of the 2026 baseball season for regular season, but that means it is the start of what everybody's been working for all year long, playoff. You can smell it brewing.
It's here.
But you better not look past this contest tonight, but we do have the playoffs right around the corner. It's an exciting time if you're a young athlete, but also it's a somber time for a lot of these young men out here on this field tonight. I don't know if Fairmont has another game this week, but for the Bulldogs, there's going to be several seniors tonight. This is the last time for their last game of regular season.
Yeah, this is our last regular season game as a senior. That's big.
Yeah.
That's big, and you don't realize how big that is. I mean, even they probably don't, in a sense, but we do. You know
when you walk away from a ballpark for the last time, it kind of hits you, and you're like, oh, that really just happened. Those 4 years, where'd they go? So a lot of these young men have been playing baseball since they were young. Some of them have been blessed and are going to go on to a lot of healthy careers and colleges and trade schools and all these different areas, and some of them might go play some baseball, but for most, it's the last time they could play baseball. So you never know. You're never promised tomorrow. So here we go.
Bittersweet.
Hunter Hayhurst on the mound. Behind the plates, Dane Murphy. Over at first, Malachi Kelly. Second base is going to be Tristan Swiger. Brody Brockman locks down the shortstop position as our third baseman is Caleb Sutton. Left field, Josh DeHaven. Center fielder is going to be out there, Mr. Luke Rikiski. And in right field, Caleb Hall. And when we are clicking, there's not a better defense.
There's not. That's a fact, man. You work out the kinks. You get these little things happening, and when we were coaching them last summer, we were talking. You're gonna start to gel, guys. And they all looked at you like, "What do you mean gel?" Like when they start clicking and popping, and everything. The throws are on time, and their fielding looks good, and their intensity's up, and their chatter, and then that's whenever you see them start gelling. That's what you're talking about, Ben.
I think we're starting to see that coming together at a right time. We're seeing some guys get hot that haven't been. And we saw some guys get hot early in the season, kind of cooled off. Baseball's one of those fickle mistresses. You never know what's going to happen and when it's going to take place. But you got to always be willing to work hard. Good sportsman there. By number 7 comes up, clicks the shin guards of the umpire and the catcher, Mr. Murphy. And so here we go. Mr. Xavier Marino at the plate. Swung on, hits the first pitch up the middle. Rikiski's got a beat on it. 1 pitch, 1 out for the Bulldogs. So at the plate now will be number 23, Savian Huggins.
So we got 1 down in the inning. That brings up
If you're a pitcher, that's exactly how you want to start. It'd be nice to see 3 pitches and 3 outs, but
I don't think I've ever done that for sure. I don't think I've done 3 pitches and 3 outs.
it's pretty rare. Fastball finds itself off the side of the plate for ball 1. You look over here at this Fairmont lineup. Some of the kids, they look pretty young, and by their record, I would say they have some young gentlemen in the lineup. Okay. Fairmont Senior is a notorious, strong, athletic school. I know we would have a different conversation if this was their football team rolling into town. Fairmont Senior has always produced powerhouses on the gridiron. And on the diamond, it's not much different. They've always been a strong, athletic team there out of Marion County. So 2 balls in 1 strike. Hunter Hayhurst looks on, fires just outside. And that's going to be 3 balls and 1 strike. Looks like he's kind of holding on to that a little long, kind of rotating instead of coming down that mound. I see Justin over here pitching to the side.
Pushing the barrier. He likes to open a little bit when he tries to throw that extra umph. Did you see that little extra umph he gave it? He wants to pull up a little bit.
Third base, Sutton fires across right to Malachi for out number 2. So here we go, 2 up, 2 down, and the 3-hole hitter, number 1, Mr. Sammons, the center fielder, is now at the plate. So we've seen lefty, righty, lefty. We've not faced a lot of teams with lefties this year, although we got a few in our lineup. Depends on who's playing that day. Hall's a everyday guy. Then sometimes you have Kelly in there. Hayhurst finds strike 1 for FPS. So 2 of his 3 batters. He's been ahead.
Looking pretty good right now. He's in the zone. He's working corners. I like what he's doing here. He's throwing everything low, keeping stuff down.
Off speed, rolled over to Swiger. Swiger fields it cleanly, flips to first base, and we have 3 up and 3 down. And when we come back, we're going to see this high, potent offense of the Bulldogs come to the plate in the bottom half of the first inning. And we'll be back after these messages.
Key Oil Company has been a proud member of the North Central West Virginia community since 1978. Key Oil Company has been drilling and producing gas and oil in West Virginia for nearly 50 years. Home office located in Weston, West Virginia. Key Oil Company is a proud supporter of all Doddridge County student athletes. Let's go Bulldogs.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the bottom half of the first inning where we have a scoreless top of the first by the Polar Bears. Efficient pitching by Hayhurst. We had a fly out to center field, ground ball to third base, and a ground ball to second base. So the Polar Bears used the entire field, but the Bulldogs were able to defend it quite well. And now on the mound for the Polar Bears is going to be number 23, Savion Huggins. He's the two-hole hitter, and he's going to be the starting pitcher for the Polar Bears. Up first, his first battle of the night is going to be against none other than the leadoff hitter, which has been in that position, that role all year long, is Brody Brockman. Brody is a mid-fours kind of batter. He has been strong all through the season. Had a couple games there in a row where he was kind of getting base hits, but not normal Brody-style hits. But last night, he short hops left center with an absolute blast.
He goes doubles and triples. He's steadily doubles and triples and goes to singles. It's called a slump. Is that what you're calling it?
Yeah. It's the truth. He's the kid that would go 1 for 3 in a game. And you're like, he's not hitting very well. Most kids be pumped about it, but 1 for 3 lowered his batting average.
Well, that's your expectations. You know what he's got. You know what he can do.
Last night, the line drive into left center, and what I think is funny is people will play him to be a pull hitter, but if they were able to pull up a spray chart, he's had more backside doubles than anybody on the team.
That's funny.
Which means he sees the ball well and got power in the bat.
How many teams have we seen rotate to the pull side on him,
All the time.
and it's wrong? So.
Yeah, he likes the backside doubles there in that right center gap. So here we go. First pitch to Brody, swung on, hit hard into the gap. That could get down. The center fielder had a beat on it, but couldn't make it. So Brockman, we got an injury out there in left center.
That's not good.
Looks like a cramp. I don't know from here, but it looks to me like the center fielder has a cramp in his leg. So the coaches are jogging out there. Brody does have a single, so we wish that man a quick recovery onto his feet. But in the meantime, let's take a quick break, and we'll be back in just a moment.
Bulldog Station in Doddridge County Sports is a winning combination. For all your pizzas, subs, and salads, call Bulldog Station at 304-666-1364. Open Monday 10 a.m. to 4 p.m., Tuesday and Wednesday 10 a.m. to 6 p.m., Thursday and Friday 10 a.m. to 7 p.m., and Saturdays 4 p.m. to 7 p.m. Bulldog Station located at 323 West Main Street, West Union, West Virginia. Let's go Bulldogs! Ellenboro Floors, located at 23 West Washington Avenue in Ellenboro, West Virginia, is a family-owned and operated business. We have a full showroom with displays of flooring ranging from luxury vinyl plank, tile, hardwood, carpet, sheet vinyl, carpet tiles, and more. We offer commercial and residential installation. Let's turn your home or business into something special. Call 304-869-3969. Financing is available. We are open Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. That's Ellenboro Floors, located at 23 West Washington Avenue in Ellenboro, West Virginia. Call 304-869-3969 or visit us on Facebook. Key Oil Company has been a proud member of the North Central West Virginia community since 1978. Key Oil Company has been drilling and producing gas and oil in West Virginia for nearly 50 years. Home office located in Weston, West Virginia. Key Oil Company is a proud supporter of all Doddridge County student athletes. Let's go Bulldogs!
All right, here we go. We're going to start bottom half of the first inning. We had a base hit to left center. The center fielder seemed to pull up on it and hurt his knee. I'm going to be honest, I don't know for sure who's out there. It looks like number 25, Bealey, went out to center field. We'll get a better read on that as he comes back in. However, Brody Brockman's at first. At the plate is Swiger. Swung on, popped up in foul territory. First baseman calls it and records the out. So after the injury time out, one pitch. We've had two pitches so far. We've got a runner on first and one out. And at the plate comes number 7, Caleb Hall. And I believe in center field, that is going to be number 25. I'm pretty sure. But the young man did come off the field.
Okay.
He is out of the game. We wish him a speedy recovery. Maybe we'll see him back. I would say as he went to stomp on the ball, maybe a little hyperextension, but we'll find out. Hall at the plate, swung on and mashed to right field. That ball is back deep, but I think it's going to get a foul territory, and it would have been a home run, but it is just foul. So nothing more than a long strike. If you're the coach, you yell out to your pitcher, great pitch, that's a long strike.
That's it. Next pitch.
Hall is 0-1, and here comes that quick short-term memory.
If he would have straightened that ball out, it might not have landed yet. We got pretty high. Apparently.
Ball was inside pretty heavily, so they're going to set up outside and pitch outside. So we got 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. Brockelman is over at first after the leadoff single. Hall is hoping not for walks tonight. I know he's had quite a few. I believe he leads the state in walks.
Leads the state in walks.
Leads the state, I'm pretty sure, 39 walks.
Wow.
So Hall at the plate, awaiting the pitch, swung on and fouled straight back. So we have 1 ball, 2 strikes with 1 out. The wind blowing slightly out to right center. And we are awaiting 1 ball, 2 strikes. Brockelman over at first base. Hall settles in. Brockelman takes off. Ball is outside. And Brockelman will slide in safe. Now we have a runner in scoring position, 1 out. And this is something, Justin, we didn't do a good job with last night and even in games before of not scoring that run early. And I think that was one of your keys to the game last night, score early.
Yeah, getting jumping on them early, we did jump on them early, but it seemed like we kind of let up as soon as we had a little bad inning. But, when you have that bad inning, it's real important it's not about having the bad inning, it's how you come back from it.
Sure.
And you struggle from that bad inning and you let it linger. It can hurt you.
Champions overcome adversity.
That's right.
They overcome it. So we have a wild pitch, which allows Brockelman to slide up 90 more feet, and he's 90 feet away from the plate. So now we're going to be able to score off of a D-fly ball, ground ball anywhere, but the pitcher defense is back, and Hall takes ball 4, so that puts 39 walks.
That's a lot of walks, man. That's something to know you've had that many walks. It's really saying something.
I think he's at 40 hits and 39 walks, and I think he told us before the game he's 4 hits away from 100. 4 hits away from 100 in his career, and he's only played 2 years of high school baseball.
Wow.
Rickiski at the plate, the cleanup hitter. Hall takes off. Rickiski fouls it away for strike 1. So no balls, 1 strike. We do have runners at the corner. Brockelman over at third base. Hall's at first. So we're going to have a threat here to see some running take place. Rickiski has been solid all year in that 4 and 5 hole. Deep fly ball here definitely scores a run, but a hit in the gap will maybe score 2. Hall takes off. Fastball outside that's going to be uncontested. So we have runners at second and third with 1 out. Rickiski at the plate looking at a 1-1 count.
So when coming to the set and you come into your pause, the next move has to be towards the plate. Is that correct?
Unless you move that back foot and you step off there. You got to disengage, yeah.
But anything above the waist.
Foul ball down the third base line.
And I'm not saying I think honestly he was checking runners back and forth and his shoulder was moving when he was already up.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
Yeah, so I was just kind of watching him there.
And usually that shoulder turn will come home plate umpire will call a lot of those with watching that front shoulder.
Yeah.
So we'll see if they dive into that. So runners at second and third, 1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 out. Rakiski at the plate. He's definitely a deep ball threat, and he takes a fastball up above the letters, 4-2. So the count is evened up. We have a nice slight breeze to right center. Beautiful evening as the fans are going to enjoy another beautiful night at Doddridge County Complex. There's people over on the track. There's athletes everywhere. It's just a beautiful night to be here. Rakiski goes down swinging as an off speed off the plate, and that's going to be 2 outs. And that's going to bring the third baseman, Dane Murphy, to the plate. And he's a guy that last night had an absolute barrel at the shortstop. Shortstop decided to step out of the way of it because it was mashed. So he's been continuously having hard barrels every night.
You know, Dane was telling me before the game just a minute ago how he enjoys.
Swung on, drove down the third base line. That's going to score 2. Easy 2-run RBI hit on a single as he takes that first pitch. In that correction, he's not the third base tonight. He's the catcher tonight.
He was telling me how much better he likes to hit when he's catching because he feels looser. He feels loosened up, and he feels like he can get connected on the ball. Well, you seen what just happened right
He
there?
absolutely peppered that ball down the third base line.
Good job, Dane.
At the plate now is the first baseman, Malachi Kelly. And we're going to have a courtesy runner for the catcher. And I bet we get to see the myth, the man, the legend coming onto the field, Mr. Aiden Pig. No. Number 9, Maxwell Nicholson's coming out. Maxwell's not playing tonight. Getting a little bit of a night off. He's had a little shoulder soreness in there. He's caught for us 90% of our nights, so he's going to be pinch running tonight. Maybe a little courtesy runner. So we got a runner at first, 2 outs. Malachi Kelly at the plate. Fastball low. Maxwell slides in safe.
Oh, good move. Good move. Good look.
Good backup by the center fielder. And he is going to turn his back to us. And that, I do believe, is number 25, Bailey. If you're watching tonight, would love to hear from where you're from. Who you're rooting for. If you're a Fairmont fan, welcome to the broadcast tonight. If you're a Bulldog fan, welcome back. We'd love to hear from you, hear what who your favorites are, maybe hear who all's there and where you're live streaming it from. I know we get quite a bit of people watching on these nights, so we're always excited to hear from the fans. We have Twyla Edgel. She says, I'm watching from Center Point, and she likes number 50, Rakiski.
Okay.
He's a hometown favorite.
Yeah, come on, Twyla. Yeah, Luke's got a lot of fans out there, that's for sure.
He must have a Twitter page.
He must.
That's what we call X now, right? Yeah, it's not Twitter. That's how old I am. So Malachi Kelly steps into the box with a 2-0 count. 2 outs, looking for something to drive here. Definitely a young man that knows what he's hunting. He's looking for a fastball. There it is. Drove, hit hard to the shortstop, but on turf, that's nice, easy bounce. And we have our 3rd out. But here we go. The Bulldogs in the bottom half of the first, they score early. They score 2 across. Yeah. And we go to the top half of the second with the Bulldogs leading 2-0 over Fairmont. We'll be right back.
Check this out.
Looking for automotive service you can trust? Turn to Rokiski Service Center in Clarksburg, West Virginia. Family owned and operated since 1924. We've proudly served generations of local drivers with dependable, honest automotive care. From routine maintenance like oil changes, brakes, and tires, to lift kits, custom wheels, and off-road accessories, we help keep your vehicle ready for anything. Visit Rokiski Service Center at 798 West Pike Street or call 304-623-2836 today. That's Rokiski Service Center, 304-623-2836.
Welcome back to the home of the Bulldogs as we go to the top half of the second inning as we have Hunter Hayhurst on the mound. And we are going to see the cleanup hitter for the Polar Bears walking to the plate. Marcus Izdebski, Izdepski. Izdebski is what I'm going to go with.
All right.
That's my story, and I'm sticking to it. Hayhurst is a sophomore. He's been a right-handed hurler for the Bulldogs. He's about 6'2". He's got a strong build, a lot of frame behind that body. Starts off speed, and we have a drive down left field, and that's going to get over the head of our left fielder DeHaven. So he's going to have a stand-up double cut off there by Brockelman. So good way to lead off. If you're a Polars Bear fan, you got to be excited about that hit.
Yeah, it's a nice hit.
Nice
right
double down the left field line. So Joey Adams, one of the faithful members watching from Salem, and then Eli Gain, get to work. He says he's watching from the concession stand.
Come on.
He can't be watching from the concession stand. It was a total joke. I hear people trying to – it was just a total joke.
Wait, you're wrong.
It was implying that while he's
that
down
happens-
there, he should be working in the
more
concession
than
stand.
you think up here, man.
I'm so sorry.
We're talking. Everybody
I'm
over
so
there's
sorry.
trying to correct us.
Here we go. So fastball up above the hands for ball one.
Or they're
Man,
laughing at us and making fun of us.
They do all the time. You know what? Let them cut our pay. You can't cut zero in half.
That's right.
Hayhurst delivers down the mound past the
Nice
swinging
pitch.
bat. Number 2 is at the plate. Noah Pethel, the third baseman.
I heard that.
So we have 1 ball, 1 strike. Hayhurst delivers, slapped into right field, but just out of play. Good barrel by number 2. The scouting report that we got against these guys was that Fairmont Senior swings the bat.
Okay.
They're not going to stand there and just let you blow baseballs by them.
Yeah, I've seen
they're
that.
not going to take pitches. So so far through the lineup, we're now down into the 5-hole. They are as advertised.
Yeah.
Off speed,
Absolutely.
flared over top second base bag. Swiger makes a great play over his shoulder, but we don't tag up. Throw the ball back to second, and we get an absolute amazing double play. What an athletic play by Swiger. He does it every single night.
I agree.
I mean, he
I
is
totally
Mr.
agree.
Consistent. He's Mr. Flash. I don't care what you want to call it. The kid can play baseball, and he's an athlete.
I don't know how he got out there that far, really.
I mean, he
so
can
much of the
fly.
Bulldog.
He can fly. Excellent job by the second baseman, showing off athleticism, showing off range.
T-Swagger, good job.
Little T-Swig with a great play.
Let's go.
Doubled him up. The runner for sure thought that ball's down. He's thinking scoring. Swiger goes, nope, I'm just going to go ahead and catch it. So 2 outs, and at the plate is number 6, Braden Sharps, as he swings past that ball.
So Dane probably just seen something there that in the batter he's letting him know. I think Hunter's doing a real good job. Like if the batters right now are behind, he's keep throwing fastballs in there. If they're ahead of him, then he's coming with off speed. But if not, I'm also seeing Hunter here. He had 2 strikes and let up. He hung a curveball there. That's what the ball came up down here on the line. That's something he knows he did it.
Yeah.
He hung a curveball on the inside. The guy came around on it and put it out there on the fence.
No, at the end of the top of the second, we have 1 hit, no runs, no errors, no walks as the Bulldogs come to the bottom half of the second, and we'll see some more action as we come back from these brief messages.
Bulldog Station in Doddridge County Sports is a winning combination. For all your pizzas, subs, and salads, call Bulldog Station at 304-666-1364. Open Monday 10 a.m. to 4 p.m., Tuesday and Wednesday 10 a.m. to 6 p.m., Thursday and Friday 10 a.m. to 7 p.m., and Saturdays 4 p.m. to 7 p.m. Bulldog Station located at 323 West Main Street, West Union, West Virginia. Let's go Bulldogs!
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the bottom half of the second inning, and we're going to see batters 7, 8, and 9 to start off with in this bottom half for the Bulldogs, and that's going to be Sutton, Hayhurst, and DeHaven. The young man coming to the plate now is a senior returner for the Bulldogs. He's been pretty much Mr. Bulldog throughout his career here. Had a little setback that kept him out at the beginning of the season, but the man showed a lot of fortitude coming back, getting his practices in, making sure doing things right. He's a welcome sight back if you're a Bulldog fan. You got to love the fact that Caleb Sutton is back on the diamond to play his senior year. So here we go. First pitch to him is popped back out of play, so we're going to have no balls and 1 strike, and still on the mound is going to be Savion Huggins for the Polar Bears. Sutton awaits the pitch. No balls, 1 strike, takes a fastball in the inside half. The umpire liked it, and he calls strike 2. So no balls and 2 strikes. But if you're Sutton, I will tell you, he's a kid that don't let off the pedal. He's still going to get his money's worth when he takes this swing.
Yeah.
If he swings, it's going to be a full swing.
Yeah, he got a heavy bat. He has a heavy bat.
Hard ground ball deep in the hole, bobbled by the shortstop, and Sutton can fly. That is going to be a base hit for that young man. Sutton is probably one of the fastest, if not the fastest,
that was fast.
Bulldog on the team. And we got some guys that can motor. And we ran those 60s with this guys. We have a lot of 6.7s. We got 2 guys at a 6.7 speed, and him being one of them. We got a couple guys at 6.8. A plethora of guys at that 6.97 speed. That's pretty good.
That's fast
for AA baseball in West Virginia.
Yeah, that's fast.
Especially with a young team. Hunter Hayhurst at the plate. Sutton is over there on first. Might let him go ahead and get to second if possible. Fastball outside. So we have 1 ball and no strikes. Sutton settles in. He gets a little bit of a lean, but back in time. Good pickoff move there by Mr. Huggins on the mound.
That's a good move. It was a good move.
He's an athlete. You can tell by the way he moves.
Yeah. He's got some fight in him out there. You can tell that.
Hayhurst settles in. 1 ball, no strikes. Popped up straight back, and that's going to be a 1-1 count. I think Coach Nate's yelling across, check your card. I think we might have missed a signal. I know last night he talked about a couple guys missing some signals, and that's one thing that, control the controllables. You can control those things. Those are things that late in the season we can't be doing. You can't find yourself missing signals. You can't find yourself taking strikes. You can control that.
Yeah, missing signals is a big no-no, man, especially in a game that's tight or close. It just takes one opportunity to be taken away from you that you had to make a big change in the game. Now.
1 ball, 1 strike, fastball inside. That'll be ball 2 as Sutton slides in safe at second. So stolen base for him. 2 balls and 1 strike. The Bulldogs do lead the Polar Bears 2-0 in the bottom half of this very early contest, the bottom half of the second inning.
And Ben, I believe the cards that they've been using have been pretty successful.
Yeah,
I like this. I mean, I was kind of questioning about it. I didn't see a lot of that in baseball, But these guys come out here as a high school baseball team. It's kind of high speed, but it works out well, I think, honestly.
Hunter Hayhurst, 3 balls and 1 strikes. I think I would get confused trying to see those little words on there, but it works. It works if they look at it.
You think if it's going to take too long and this and that, but really, it's just glance and you know it.
Yeah. At the plate is the 9-hole hitter, Mr. DeHaven, the senior left fielder. I would say this more so. He's the senior utility player. We've seen DeHaven play first base. We've seen him play every position in the outfield. We've seen him try to catch 2 games. We've seen him pitch multiple games. He's a true utility guy, and he does it quite well. And at the bottom half of the order, not bottom half, at the bottom of the order, he bats about 330, 340.
Hey, he's an athlete. He's an all-around.
Where's the bunt? And the bunt's taken away, but we got a pass ball. That is going to get by the catcher. Ricochets off. First baseman fields it. So that's as good as a bunt right there. We got runners now on second and third. No outs.
He's got a job to do now, don't he?
And they rep this situation. They'll put these runners out there in practice, and they'll put them in game-like situations.
Yeah.
Say, okay, here's what I want you to do. You're going to bunt for a hit. You're going to, try to hit a deep fly ball. So let's see what they come away with. Looks like a swing. Takes a fastball down the middle for strike 1.
Situational innings,
Yeah.
what you're talking about. Yeah, that's good stuff. Good stuff.
1 ball, 1 strike. I've even watched them set screens out, and they work on trying to hit the screens at different parts of the field to learn how to control the barrel of the bat.
Yeah. I've seen you do that before. Yeah, I've seen that.
So that pitch, we chase a curveball. So there's where we talk about that having discipline at the plate. Just because you let the fastball go down the middle doesn't mean we chase the curveball outside.
Which often happens.
And it does, because if you let the fastball down the middle go, they're going to start a curveball down the middle and break it out.
Yep.
And that just is frustrating as a hitter. So let's see, 1 ball, 2 strikes. Fastball outside for ball number 2. So the count is even now, 2 balls, 2 strikes. As DeHaven looks to extend this lead here in the early part of the second inning. Curveball breaks, but not enough. Stays inside just a hair. So 3 balls and 2 strikes.
You're just talking about getting down an account, Ben. Getting down an account, and then you have to be more selective on your next pitches, and then it's getting less and less and less, and you're going to have to protect more. So therefore, you're swinging at pitches that aren't your pitch.
There's a good solid hit into left center. That's going to be down for a base hit. That will score 1, possibly 2. Nope, coach holds him up. Good decision. And we have runners at the corner with the top of our lineup coming up. And you never want to make that first out at home plate, especially when the top of the order's coming back up to the lineup. So, you got batters 1, 2, 3 coming. More than likely, we're going to have an opportunity to score this guy. So good heads-up coaching by Coach Nate. And we now go back to that first third. And the other exciting thing is Josh DeHaven is one of those young men. It's a sub 760.
Yeah.
And he's over on first base.
That's right.
We got guys that can run everywhere.
Yeah. This is a fast team. It really is. Yeah.
Tight lead by DeHaven. He takes off. Curveball stays upstairs. That's uncontested. He takes second base. So we got runners at second and third, no outs. Brockelman would be one of those great times for that backside double. The outfield's kind of playing a little shallow, so it'd be a beautiful hit. Takes a hold there for ball number 2. That ball's up above his letters. They check it out there, and the field umpire says, not today. 2 balls, no strikes, no outs. Runners in scoring position. Bulldogs have a chance here to really create some momentum as they're sitting on a 3-0 lead here in the bottom half of the second. Curveball stays inside for ball 3. So Brockman looking, another young man that went a stint there. He was walked every at bat. Brockman saw a lot of walks right there in the middle part of the season.
Mm-hmm.
Fastball upstairs, and that is going to be ball 4. So here comes Mr. Excitement himself, T. Swiggs, to the plate, number 12. And the Polar Bears decide they want to have a little conversation.
And you got to look at it this way, Ben. Like our bats, our 9 bats right now. As a pitcher, if you're pitching against them, it's not a fun day.
No,
it's not going to be.
Who are you going to pitch around?
Right. So it doesn't matter who walks. It's the next guy's just as good as the guy before.
These guys, you look up and down the lineup. I think there's one guy batting sub 300 in our starting lineup.
Yeah. So everybody 300s, mid 300s and up. So
yeah, we've got 2 guys sitting. We got 1 guy 500 plus. We got 2 guys 400 plus. We got 3 guys. I think 4 guys mid 3s.
I don't think we hardly seen 5 and 600. 5 and 600. That's pretty good when you're this many games in.
Yeah. Yeah,
that's pretty.
T. Swiggs at the plate, the 2-hole hitter, the second base phenom, sophomore, right arm hurler. The infield kind of pulls itself a little bit in, but T. Swiggs can swing it. Swings on that fastball. No balls, 1 strike. Swiger has left the yard this year. He's got a home run under his belt. He's got multiple doubles, but he's just a real solid contact type of guy. Very unselfish at the plate, so he's definitely a guy that you want at the plate when you got a runner on third, because he doesn't care if the coach calls, hey, let's bunt this right here. He doesn't care. He is the epitome of a team player.
Oh yeah. He'll do whatever it takes. That's definitely a fact. And Tristan's one of the best athletes on this field right now. And if you got there and talked to him, you would never know it.
Nope.
because of how he handles and carries
Very
himself.
humble.
Very humble, just all around good kid.
Swung on, fouled off. That was a fastball on the outside of the plate. So we have bases loaded, no outs, 1 ball, 2 strikes to Tristan Swiger. On the mound is still Savian Huggins for the Polar Bears. Here's the delivery. Fastball finds the corner, and the umpire says strike 3. So it was right there. I mean, it was close enough that we got to be swinging. You got to protect that ball. Close enough, but I will promise you, it ain't going to happen again with Swiger.
No, I was surprised, honestly, because I've seen a little conviction there that some of his calls on strikes in and out. You know what I mean? So
here comes our 3-hole hitter, Caleb Hall. Bases are loaded, and they're not going to be able to pitch around him unless they're willing to give up a run. So they have shifted the outfield a little bit, play a little deeper. Hall looks on. Fastball outside. Umpire has kind of expanded that zone just a hair. So
I'm seeing that.
Do it both ways. Who cares?
That's right. It's just
find a way to be productive. Hall creeps up to the plate just a little bit more so we can reach that outside. So no balls, 1 strike, 1 out. Bases loaded. Fastball in the turf for ball number 1. Hall has 6 home runs on the year, and then he also he had a walk-off home run earlier in the year against the Lincoln Cougars. So this would be a pretty nice time to add 1 to the repertoire.
In the most humble manner possible. I'm surprised it's only 6.
It's only 6, yeah.
It's not just only 6, but I'm surprised because if you watch this guy in batting practice and you tell him that he's only got 6 home runs on the year, you would be surprised if you watch him at batting practice.
Maybe we can get number 7 right here. 2 balls, 1 strike. Is Fairmont going to attack the zone here? We got hands are ready by the 3-hole hitter. Fastball outside. 3 balls, 1 strike. Is this going to push us to 40 walks? He's at 40 hits. Can he go back to 40 walks?
Come on. I don't want to see another walk out of him. I'm sure he don't either.
Here comes the pitch. Fastball way inside. That's going to be ball 4. So 40 walks, but that is an RBI. That is, again, a run for the Bulldogs. So the Bulldogs will take advantage of whatever opportunity is given with a smile on their face as the Bulldogs see a 4-0 lead in the bottom half of the second, 1 out. And here comes another young man that's got 2 home runs on the year. Definitely a threat to go deep. Also a threat gap to gap is our senior Potomac State commit. Struck out his first time at bat, sees a curveball for strike 1. So no balls and 2 strikes. They start him off with a curve.
So whoever came up with take until you get a strike has really rubbed me wrong when it comes to high school baseball now, because now these guys are just letting all these first pitch strikes go by, and they're great hitters.
Yeah.
So you just cut your chance down from 100% to 66%.
It's like the old adage, never hit first. Well, why would I be dumb enough to let somebody hit me first?
Right. Right.
Because usually the first punch is the knockout.
Right. And
so Rakiski's at the plate. 2 balls, 1 strike, 1 out. Bases are loaded. So let's see if the senior can get something rolling off the barrel here as the pitch comes. Fastball inside, fouled away. So now we got 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. And I will tell you.
That was a nice swing. That was a nice swing right there. He was a little jammed up. But it was
jammed. It was in off the handle, down around the tape.
Come on, Luke.
We definitely want to take advantage of a bases loaded, no out situation. Fastball up above the hands, full count. And if I'm the Polar Bears, I would say the bullpen might start to be working. I can't really see over there.
Nobody.
So 3 balls, 2 strikes. As we await the pitch, here it comes, off speed. It is hit high in the air, deep to center. That should be enough to score 1 run. So we have the run coming in here by DeHaven. It'll be uncontested. So RBI, deep fly ball to center. That works for 1, and that's going to bring number 10, Dane Murphy, to the plate.
It takes a certain kind of person for a pitcher like this to just stay in tune and just keep fighting.
Yeah.
You know, when you're getting hit on like this and you got bases loaded and you know your coach ain't coming out to pull you, there's nobody going to save you.
Right.
You know, and he's out here, he's working. I got hats off to the pitcher there for Fairmont Senior.
Murphy looks on the first pitch, or curveball, stays upstairs for ball number 1. The Bulldogs do lead the contest tonight, 5-0 in the bottom half of the second. They do have 2 outs, but runners are at first and second. Brockelman at second, Hall at first. Murphy fouls it off backwards. And that's going to be 1 ball, 2 strikes. Murphy's a young man, had a hard ground ball down the third base line. His first at bat, drove in the first run of the night, looking to do it again. Fastball in the turf. That is going to be ball number 2. So 2 balls and 1 strikes. Brockelman does a good idea, takes a good secondary, and decides against going to third. Don't want to make the third out at third. He's already in scoring position. However, Brockelman and Hall both are notorious for swiping bags, so I'm pretty shocked we haven't seen them on the move yet.
It's coming.
Be a good time. Get these guys running, hit a backside double, and empty the bases. Murphy standing on second. Did we call it in to be?
He's going to bring a heavy barrel here.
There's the backside, but just not hit hard. Right fielder misplayed it, and it bounces. Brockelman will score from second. Murphy has a single and advances on the throw. Hall's over here standing on third. Right fielder thought it was going to be further than what it was, doesn't charge it, so that ball lands in front of him with a solid base hit, but definitely should have been caught.
Murphy dropped one into right field there to bring a run in.
Looks like he just got a bad read on it, didn't he? He really didn't move up on it. He didn't step up on it.
It was a big swing.
Yeah, big swing.
It was a big swing, so no fault to the right fielder. Didn't make an error. It was just when you take a big swing like that, sometimes you think the ball's going to be deeper.
Yeah.
At the plate is a senior, our first baseman, Malachi Kelly. With runners on second and third, there are 2 outs. Pitcher throws the ball to the backstop. Hall decides to come, then goes back. Now we're going to have ourselves a pickle all over the place. Can we get back? Yes, we do. And wow, if you guys were here, they just about had the Dancing Bears come out to a home plate and do a little.
It's good baseball, baby. Here we go.
Woo, man, that made me tired just watching it.
Number 8, Malachi Kelly at the plate.
It was a carnival act there for a while.
Yeah. Kind of on both parts, though.
Oh, no, it was both.
Yeah.
Malachi Kelly at the plate. He is the 6-hole hitter tonight, playing first base. 1 ball, no strikes. That ball's behind him. That gets away. Now Hall's going to come, slides in head first, and is safe at the plate. And
Wonder how many
Maxwell did not go that time to third base. So we went from the Mexican hat dance out there to everybody stay in place.
Oh, he's going to hear about it.
Here we go.
He'll hear about it here in a minute.
2 balls, no strikes, 2 outs. Maxwell is on second base. Malachi Kelly at the plate looking for something to drive. Here's the pitch. Curveball back behind his head. So we've seen 2 balls behind him so far on a 3-0 count. Score is early on, 7-0. Malachi sees fastball above the hands for ball 4. And the young man for the Polar Bears has had quite a few walks tonight. And we talked about that free base thing. And as you see him, he's starting to glance over to
that's tough.
The dugout. And you feel for a young man when he starts to do it. As soon as you see a guy look into the dugout, he's done.
Yeah, I feel for the guy right here. He's struggling a little bit. You know, he's facing some really good batters. It's not a good, easy lineup. And, they're keeping him in there. You know, if he wants to keep throwing, this is only making him better, you know. This is growth.
A lot of pitches here in one solid inning. You look for that fatigue factor when you start to look at things like that. So, hopefully Coach keeps an eye on that. At the plate is another senior, Mr. Sutton, the third baseman for tonight. He sees no balls, 1 strike. Fastball up chin high, so we have even count, 1 ball, 1 strike. That first swing that he took, he was dead on it, just under it. Good timing. Yeah, Mr. Huggins already thrown. This will be his 60th pitch in a very short time with no rest. So that's number 60 right there. Is 2 balls, 1 strike, 2 outs.
This is one of them situations where you're really blessed to have pitchers. You're really blessed to have depth.
And I don't know a lot of these guys from Fairmont, but I do look over that first baseman over there. I do know him quite well. That young man has played a lot of baseball. He's a very good pitcher, and he's 6'4". He's a freshman. Lefty. He's got a lot of pop to his bat, and he can chuck it off the mound. The Pethel boy, he's played a lot of baseball in his life. So if he comes on the mound, just remember this: he might be a freshman, but he can chuck it. Fastball gets away, and that's going to move the runners up 90 feet. So we now have a full count, 2 outs, runners at second and third, as we have Mr. Sutton at the plate. Here comes the delivery. Full count, 2 outs, swung on and missed. So that's going to be strike 3. And we go to the top half of the 3rd inning, but not before the Bulldogs push 5 across the plate. Your score, Polar Bears 0, the homestanding Bulldogs 7, and we'll be right back.
Ellenboro Floors, located at 23 West Washington Avenue in Ellenboro, West Virginia, is a family-owned and operated business. We have a full showroom with displays of flooring ranging from luxury vinyl plank, tile, hardwood, carpet, sheet vinyl, carpet tiles, and more. We offer commercial and residential installation. Let's turn your home or business into something special. Call 304-869-3969. Financing is available. We are open Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. That's Ellenboro Floors, located at 23 West Washington Avenue in Ellenboro, West Virginia. Call 304-869-3969 or visit us on Facebook.
All right, in the top of the 3rd we go, and on the mound we still have Mr. Hayhurst, and at the plate for the Polar Bears is going to be number 36, Evan Robbins, the DH. Polar Bears looking to get something started offensively. They have swung the bat decently well. They've attacked the baseball, but just have not been able to push anything across the board as of yet. But as we know, you cannot go to sleep on any team that you play, especially this late in the season.
This is very similar to last night's.
Yeah.
Very similar.
Got to keep the pedal on and finish what you started. Fastball finds its way into the strike zone. So no balls, 1 strike. Hayhurst looking good on the mound so far as he goes to the top half of the 3rd. Foul ball. So we have no balls, 2 strikes, no outs. At the plate is number 36, Evan Robbins, the DH tonight.
Nice selection there by Hunter. Very
Just
good.
miss.
Very
Just miss.
nice
Good pitch. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Very nice.
Beautiful evening to be out here at a ballpark, seeing some good baseball. As we see an off speed down in the dirt, got him chasing. So that's the strikeout victim here in the top of the 3rd as they whip the ball around the horn. Bulldogs looking pretty good as they go to the top, or as they're in the top half of that 3rd inning. They got 1 out. At the plate will be number 44, Jackson Pethel, and that is our young man overplaying first base. So he's a freshman, sophomore pitcher, freshman hitter, and I've watched this young man put some balls way out of a park. He's played some baseball with my youngest son, so this guy can swing it when he gets a hold of a ball. No balls, 2 strikes, 1 out.
Don't you remember Pethel was left-handed back
Jeff
in our day?
Pethel.
That's right.
Jeff Pethel was from Liberty.
Yeah.
Rubber band arm. Played several years of college baseball with him. Brockelman fields the ball at shortstop, fires across, strike to Malachi, as we have 2 outs.
We got 2 down in the inning.
So 2 up, 2 down. So back to Pethel. I will tell you, he's a guy that when we were – he had the home run. He led the entire state in home runs his senior year. And he was a lefty hitter. Liberty's field, if I need to remind you, was 280 down the right field line. He was a lefty hitter.
I remember.
But he did hit bombs.
Yeah.
You know, we joke about it. There's a base hit in the 6 hole. So number 12 comes to the bat. Mr. looks like Painter. He plays right field. Good single with 2 outs. Puts a runner aboard. But back to Jeff. He could hit bombs.
Yeah.
From that left side. So I'm not taking anything away, but we would tease him. Then he got to college, and he was a pitcher. And he never complained of arm care, but he refused to do workouts with the pitchers. And so during fall ball, the coach said, I'm going to try to make your arm hurt. He goes, you can't. He goes, my arm never hurts. He pitched him in 4 straight games, 4 straight days, 4 straight games. And finally, the coach was like, okay, good. You never have to do a workout again with the pitchers.
Really?
And he was just a rubber band arm.
Yeah.
I mean, he probably blew it out.
I like Pethel, man. Jeff was a good people, man.
He
was
could
a good
pitch.
guy.
He definitely could pound the zone. I mean, he had some good velocity on it, but he was a good dude, and he could throw it.
I didn't know he led the league, or what? The
I think
league?
it was the state. He had 15 home runs his senior year.
Okay.
I mean, it's
didn't
crazy.
know that. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, and I believe that was the year or the year after that they won the state title.
And he had some good velo too. He threw pretty hard.
He did.
Yeah.
So 2 balls, no strikes, as we have Mr. Smars up at the plate. Coda Smars, it looks like. And I could be wrong on that. I'm trying to read the writing.
Number 7.
Could be Smarps.
Number 7.
Oh, he's not bad. And this is the guy that they don't have in the lineup. So that is total apologies. Number 7 is at the plate as he fouls.
It's a nice swing.
Flies one left center. We didn't get a good read on it, and we dropped the ball in left field. That's going to allow a run. So he scores from first base on an error by the left fielder. And that's going to put a runner at second base. So had a base hit in the 6 hole, followed up by a high fly ball, but it was just a bad read, and we got an error by the left fielder. And now we're looking at the 2-hole hitter, which has been the pitcher so far, Savian Huggins, looking to help his team out, scoring this run that's in runner scoring position. Hayhurst, change up to the outside, so 1 ball, no strikes.
23, Savian Huggins.
And that's been the notorious. Let's see how they bounce back from that. Usually when we see that happen, we have an error followed by an error.
Yeah.
Let's keep it at 1.
The domino effect.
Let's keep it at 1. And no domino effect, short-term memory, next pitch mentality. It's the things we've been preaching.
Yeah.
Let's see if it happens. So 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs. The 2-hole hitter, Savian, is at the plate. On second is Xavier. Changeup gets him way out on his front foot for strike number 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Hayhurst has looked very efficient from the mound tonight.
That looks nice.
He's been very good with multiple pitch selection.
You know, Hunter's a sophomore. He's came so far already. That by the time he's a senior,
if he keeps this growth each year, by the time he's a senior, he'll be one of the best pitchers in the state of West Virginia.
Absolutely.
Fastball low away for ball number 2. So deuce is wild. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. We are in the top of the 3rd. They have scored 1. The score is 7-1 in favor of the Bulldogs.
I'm seeing a little motion out there. See if he can keep it under control.
Swung on, popped up. That's going to be Murphy. Finally gets a read on it, and he makes the catch behind the plate for out number 3. So Hayhurst, tip your hat as the Bulldogs find a way to limit the damage. They go to the bottom half of the 3rd inning, still leading 7-1, and we'll be right back.
Key Oil Company has been a proud member of the North Central West Virginia community since 1978. Key Oil Company has been drilling and producing gas and oil in West Virginia for nearly 50 years. Home office located in Weston, West Virginia. Key Oil Company is a proud supporter of all Doddridge County student athletes. Let's go Bulldogs.
On the mound, we do have a pitching change. We're going to have number 12, which was in right field, Mr. Painter, come onto the mound. And let's try to see if we can find, right field is where our pitcher is going to head to. We have number 1 back in center field, and if I'm not mistaken, that's Mr. Salmons is back in center field after having the knee injury, so welcome back up to that lineup. We go to the bottom half of the third, and it feels like we've been playing baseball all night, but we're just now in the bottom half of the third. We've seen some good action from the bats of the Bulldogs, but I would say there's a lot more in the tank that Coach Wright wants to see tonight. So run me through Hayhurst so far.
3 innings pitched. He's gave up 2 hits, 1 run, 1 strikeout, no walks. Some of these hits, I'm kind of thinking through the 2 hits he had. I think 1 was here in the slot, and then 1 was deep down the line. I mean, both of them
you get the double down the line and the single in the 6-hole.
Yeah, I think they were both breaking balls that were just up a little bit.
He's thrown 31 pitches through 3 complete innings.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Phenomenal for a sophomore right here.
So here comes his at-bat, his second at-bat of the night. So number 11, Hayhurst, who's been electric on the mound, now comes to the plate. And let's see if we can't match that. And on the mound again for the Polar Bears, we're going to give number 12, Mr. Braxton Painter, I believe is what it says. First pitch, fastball, low and inside for ball 1. I know these Bulldogs, we know, have talked to them. They are so excited for this postseason. A lot of teams dread it. Because they know their season's going to be over quick. But the Bulldogs, they just cannot wait to get into this regional bracket and play. Yeah. I'm excited to see how it comes out. Not really followed where, off the top of my head, I'm thinking Weir probably in the 4 slot. But I do think Central 1, Bulldogs 2, Williamstown 3. As Hayhurst fouls the ball down the left field line. That would be my guess if we looked at how that played out.
So you said Williamstown.
I think you got Central 1, of course, Bulldogs 2, Williamstown 3. I would guess Weir 4.
Weir, okay.
Yep. So Weir would play themselves up into that top bracket against the number 1 in the bracket with 1.
Have those came in?
No.
No, okay.
Nope, that's total speculation.
Oh, okay. All right.
I think it's pretty close.
All right.
But we'll find out in a few nights. So we got 3 balls, 1 strike, no outs, bottom half of the third inning. Hayhurst awaits with that low hand selection. Fastball goes behind him and he gets walked. So we have our first runner aboard. And that's plagued the Polar Bears tonight is the free bases. The free bases has just put guys on.
Yeah.
And it's hard to defend because when you walk 2 and only give up 1 hit, that always equates to a run.
Yeah, more than likely all the time.
The 1 hit didn't hurt you. It was the 2 walks before it. It was the 1 error before it. It's never the hit that usually hurts.
And what I'm looking at here, it's not showing them having any errors.
No.
I don't think I remember any hard errors.
Nope.
Maybe the one in the outfield, maybe the boy should have caught. That's kind of questionable.
It was just a little slight misread. I wouldn't say it was an error because he still was running in and couldn't get there.
Right.
He just took those 2 steps back first off a big swing, and so
it's not like
clean base hit.
It's not like they're making a bunch of errors.
Nope.
No.
DeHaven at the plate in the 9-hole. So we're going to go 9-1 here in just a second. He steps back, keeping the runner honest over at first, and that's Hayhurst. Hayhurst can run. He's very fast. He's got a long leg, long stride, and he can definitely run. Fastball down the middle. We watch that go by. DeHaven playing left field for us tonight, senior. And you hear some of these walk-up songs tonight as I'm kind of hearing it in the distance. The mothers were given the opportunity to pick the walk-up song for their senior sons tonight.
Okay.
So I'm not real sure what they all picked, but I'm sure some of them are. I bet some pick some tear jerkers, and others pick some funny ones.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm kind of anxious to hear it. What was Josh's song?
I don't know. I couldn't hear it.
Okay.
Here comes the pitch. 2 balls, 1 strike. Fastball way inside. So 3 balls, 1 strike. Hayhurst still over at first base. And on the mound for the Polar Bears is Mr. Painter. Little southpaw pitcher. Here comes the delivery. Swung on, slapped into right center. That ball's going to get down and get past.
Great hit.
These 2 guys can run, so I would expect a score here. And another triple by DeHaven. DeHaven is a guy that can run. He's already standing on third.
Wow.
Excellent job. And again, 9-hole hitter.
Yeah.
9-hole hitter.
Yeah.
We told you earlier he likes
Right.
to go backside, and he's batting in the mid-300s.
There it is.
And
That's
there's
why
a
he's there.
backside triple from your 9-hole.
Good job, Josh.
This brings to the plate the leadoff hitter, number 12, the shortstop, Brody Brockelman.
He cranked that ball away from
Yeah, he did.
the opposite field there. Yeah, it was a nice hit, Josh. Nice hit.
So we got no outs in the inning. That brings us back to the top of the order with the shortstop.
The score now is 8-1 in favor of the hometown team. Brockelman settles in, kind of scoots up to the plate just a hair. Awaits the pitch. Here comes the delivery. Fastball inside. That's going to be called a ball. So 1 ball, no strikes, no outs. Runner is at third, and we're back at the top of the lineup. And this is going to be their 3rd go-around. I think Brody's showing him, put it right here.
Yeah, this is where I like
just
it.
put it right here. This is where I can hit it well.
Right there it was, Brody.
He put it right where he asked him.
Come on, Brody. That's right where you wanted it.
Oh, it's like calling your shot and taking it.
Come on, Brody.
So 1 ball, 1 strike. Maybe pick a different spot, Brody. He calls timeout.
To know he's like a 500 bat, you know what I'm saying? 450, 500, and he just kind of drags his bat up to the batter's box and hits the ball. And he's great. He does a great job at leadoff of getting on base, getting around the bases. I mean, you can't ask for more. Our 1 and 2s are just getting it.
1 ball, 1 strike, no outs. Brockelman awaits the pitch. Here it comes. Fastball, strike. That was a little bit more inside, however, still finds itself in that 17-inch width.
I bet you he's thinking he would have swung at the last
He's thinking, man, that other pitch looked really good now that one was called. So we've got 1 ball, 2 strikes, and when you look at Brockelman, he can hit at any count. There's a drive, deep left center. That's going to get past them both. That ball is hammered as it goes for a off the top of the fence. I don't know what's going on out there. The center fielder grabbed the ball and flicked it to the left fielder to try to throw in, and the left fielder dropped it.
Maybe has an injured arm.
Could have a hurt arm.
Yeah.
But that's the young man that I thought went down with a left knee. But however, it's a double either way. Great hit by Brockelman. That's 2 nights in a row where we've seen him just absolutely lace a baseball. And now at the plate is T. Swiggs in the 2-hole, second baseman, sophomore. Fastball way behind him. Brockelman will be standing over there on third base, and we're 90 feet away from another run as the Bulldogs are out in front in Bulldog fashion with 9 runs, and the Polar Bears have 1.
So Brody's a junior. He's a warning track guy right now. He's all over the warning track.
All the time.
Yeah, all the time. Next year.
Could be.
Yeah, I think it's going to be good for him. Come on, T, get you a good one here.
Swiger awaits the pitch, swung on and missed for strike 1. So 1 ball, 1 strike. No outs. They still have to go through the heart of our lineup in this inning to try to find 3 outs. And now it's going to be a difficult, tall task to do. So they better start here pretty soon. So here comes the pitch. Off speed, hammered right back up the middle.
Nice.
Good base hit. Brockelman comes in for the score. Swiger standing on first. And at the plate comes the 3-hole hitter, Caleb Hall.
Swire with a hit up the middle, brings in a run.
I hear his song being played. Mama said there'd be days like this. The Shirelles.
And that brings up the
He's like, my mom played this.
Yeah.
There we go.
I guess that's better than some sappy song to make
Honestly,
everybody cry.
if Andrea played it, I'm sure he's happy about it.
Gotta
be honest.
He better be, or she'd whip him.
No, he's a good kid. I'm sure he's happy about it.
Fastball right down the middle. Hall's been walked twice, so I don't know why he took that pitch. That's definitely one he probably should have jumped on. He's regretting it.
You would know more than me. I'm not sure.
So no balls, 1 strike.
So it don't matter. You can try to pitch Caleb outside. It don't matter. He's just going to hug the plate and make it inside.
1 ball, no balls, 1 strike. Now we're 0-2 with a fastball in on the hand. So now we're no balls and 2 strikes to the senior 3-hole hitter. And now you got to protect that plate. Let the barrel work. And we have a runner on first. No outs. Rakiski, Dane, Malachi to follow. So there's not an easy position. Fly ball in the foul territory. Third baseman calls it, and he catches it and records the out for the senior. That first pitch was looking better and better. At the plate comes Rakiski. He's another senior. Let's hear what his mom played for him.
That brings up the center fielder, number
I have no idea what that is. Sound like Transformers. Rakiski at the plate with 1 out, runner at first.
Some EDM dubstep.
I don't know what it was.
Transformers.
It was Transformers. I called it. Hit to right field. That's going to be over there past him. Nope. He makes a great catch going over on the line. Swiger's got to run back, so that was close to. If that ball gets down, that's a triple.
Yeah,
but the
that's
right
trouble.
fielder did a great job covering ground there. That was the 2-hole hitter. The pitcher to begin with, Mr. Huggins, covered some great ground.
So I'm surprised they didn't get Tristan back to that bag because that's a deep ball. That was a deep fly ball out there on the track.
Well, with 1 out, what you're looking for, if that ball hits the ground, he can score.
But you got a guy on base that's got a 6'7", what I mean? He's fast. So I like to push him. But
so Murphy comes to the plate in the 5-hole. He's had some loud barrels so far tonight. Swiger's still stuck over there at first base. Bulldogs enjoy a 10-1 lead. Fastball outside. Swiger takes second, and nobody goes there. So that rolls to the outfield. And the runner isn't scoring position, so base hit should score this guy, and there's none better to be at the plate in this situation than the junior, Dane Murphy. And you keep hearing this, sophomore, junior. Sophomore, junior.
Yeah.
We don't have any freshmen out there, but we got multiple sophomores and juniors. This team next year, they'll just reload. Swung on, hit hard, back up the middle by Murphy. Absolutely cranked that ball. That's going to score the runner from second. So Murphy again's got him an RBI. Murphy's having himself a day.
He is. Good for you, Dane. Good job.
Excellent job. And at the plate now comes our other senior here, if you can hear the song.
He's 3 for 3.
Malachi Kelly.
Dane for 3 for 3.
3 for 3 tonight.
so.
Dane Murphy. Wow.
We've got a pinch runner again for the catcher, Murphy, running now, number 9, Little Maxie Nicholson.
Malachi Kelly at the plate.
Number 8, Malachi Kelly.
Senior first baseman in the 6-hole. He's been very productive from that part of the lineup as he sees fastball above his hands for ball 1. Malachi Kelly, definitely an addition, a surprise addition to this Bulldog lineup. So great to have him here. Fastball away, 2 balls, no strikes. He's got a very high baseball IQ.
Yeah.
He's a young man that has, from the when he was playing basketball this winter to now, he's put on about 15 pounds of muscle. The young man looks good. He's got a 6'3" frame. Now he's a 205 kind of kid.
I feel like he's got another 4 or 5 years of filling in that frame.
He does.
Yeah.
Curveball sneaks in there for strike number 1. So 2 balls, 1 strike, 2 outs. Nicholson over at first base, the courtesy runner for the catcher. Helps keep the game flowing when the catcher can come over and get his equipment on and speeds things up. tries the breaking ball backdoor again. This time it stays just outside the frame for 3 balls and 1 strike.
That was a close pitch there. That's close.
Good spot by the lefty.
Pitch. Yeah, good pitch. It was a little out. It was a good pitch getting around the plate there.
So 3-1, 2 outs. Score is 11-1 in favor of the Bulldogs. Nicholson over there at first base. Here comes the pitch. Fastball away. Kelly takes a walk.
I believe these. Let me see the walks there total.
So we got 2 outs in the inning.
So he's Painter ended up with his walks. We look at it. He's got 2.
2. Okay.
Mr. Huggins had 5. So 2 outs at the plate. Another senior, Caleb Sutton, swung on and missed. His song I heard was "I Like It, I Love It." No, what was it?
I'm too sexy.
I'm too sexy.
Oh, he's too sexy for his shirt. Well, hopefully he keeps that on until he gets back to the house. No balls, 1 strike, 2 outs, fastball in, but gets away. The runners advance. So now a base hit becomes 2 RBIs for the senior.
Hey, keep him straight down.
He's not. I have nothing in this.
11-1 in favor of the Bulldogs. Fastball low inside. That brings up 2 balls and 1 strike.
Really like to see Caleb Sutton put something together here. He's got a heavy bat. For his size, his thin size, he is a strong kid.
Fastball stays upstairs for 3 balls, 1 strike. This is a young man that, when you talk about kids that work through school, this guy works.
Yeah. Okay.
You know, he is building fence. He is on the farm.
Farm life, hell yeah.
He never, ever stops. He is as strong as they come. Fastball up and away. That's going to put him on first. And the bases are loaded. And coming to the plate is a senior we've not seen very much of, and the coach wants to talk about it. So while we have a little bit of downtime, number 17 is coming to the plate. And he's not had a ton of at-bats this year. But this is Mr. Osborne coming to play. He is a senior, so I love it tonight. You know, coach, get him in the ball game, make sure he gets his at-bat. He looks like he's going to probably see a fresh arm here, so get a little time up. And we'll come back right after these brief messages.
Check this out.
Looking for automotive service you can trust? Turn to Rokiski Service Center in Clarksburg, West Virginia. Family owned and operated since 1924. We've proudly served generations of local drivers with dependable, honest automotive care. From routine maintenance like oil changes, brakes, and tires, to lift kits, custom wheels, and off-road accessories, we help keep your vehicle ready for anything. Visit Rokiski Service Center at 798 West Pike Street or call 304-623-2836 today. That's Rokiski Service Center, 304-623-2836.
Welcome back as we have Mr. Osborne steps into the plate.
Osborne.
Senior here for the Bulldogs. He sees fastball down the middle, takes it for strike number 1. And if there's a kid that I'm rooting for to have a base hit tonight, it is this young man right here. This is probably his first at bat of the year during a baseball game, a real, not the JV side. So I love seeing these seniors get in. We welcomed him. I believe he moved in last year from North Carolina.
Okay.
And didn't join the baseball team, but this year decided to come out. So love seeing young men like that come out and play ball.
Yeah. Absolutely.
So 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs. Osborne looks on with the bases loaded. Ball's low and away. Catcher can't find it. Nicholson comes across the plate, and we are now 12-1 here in the bottom of the 3rd inning. And the Bulldogs are not finished yet.
Runners advance.
As you know, as we find out, you will find out with this regional seeding, and we'll let you know when the Bulldogs will be back here in town. Regardless if they're the 2 seed or the 3 seed, they will play another game here at home for the opener of the region.
Okay.
So they'll get that. If they're a number 2 seed, we'll be at home multiple times next week. So we're hoping to have that 2 seed. We'll be here as much as we can. WVRC always is a great way to enjoy these ball games from afar. So we're thankful for that. Full count here to Osborne. Swings on and misses. What a hack. But that's going to be strike 3 for the great mighty Oz. And the Bulldogs go to the top of the 4th with a lead of 12-1, and we'll be right back.
Bulldog Station in Doddridge County Sports is a winning combination. For all your pizzas, subs, and salads, call Bulldog Station at 304-666-1364. Open Monday 10 a.m. to 4 p.m., Tuesday and Wednesday 10 a.m. to 6 p.m., Thursday and Friday 10 a.m. to 7 p.m., and Saturdays 4 p.m. to 7 p.m. Bulldog Station located at 323 West Main Street, West Union, West Virginia. Let's go Bulldogs!
Welcome back as we go to the top half of the 4th inning. Hayhurst still the number called to be on the mound. He has had, bless you, Paige. Bless you again. You only get 2 up here. Don't go for 3.
Outside's 3rd one.
Outside. We give 2 bless yous up here, and that is it. 2 for 2. And on the mound for the Bulldogs, here we go. The sophomore still up here being very efficient. His pitch count has stayed very low. Coach is staying with him, so Hayhurst fires and starts off ball high for ball 1. At the plate is Salmons, the center fielder.
32 pitches.
That's 32 pitches through 3 innings, so
real good.
As efficient as can be. Swung on and drove into center field. Rakiski's got a beat on it, but it gets over his head. He's going to be on second, could push for 3, and he's going to be in trouble. Swiger bobbled it. Nice swing there. Drive into right center. Got over the head of Rakiski for a triple. Nice hit by number 1.
That's a nice hit.
That is Mr. Cole Salmons, the center fielder.
Not a real big guy, but real nice hit.
He barreled out. He let the barrel work.
That brings up number 4, Marcus.
At the plate is number 4, Marcus Izdebski.
But you want to know who it doesn't bother?
Hunter. Nope. Hunter doesn't rattle real easily. That's what's awesome about him in the sophomore. Drive into left center. That one's going to be caught. Oh, he might have left a little early. Are we going to check him, Coach? Check him back at third. So the umpire's going to take a look. Catches him there. Umpires aren't even looking. They ran back to their position. Watch him.
What they ask?
Umpires have no idea what's going on right here.
He left early. Over here, Blue. He left early. How about you,
He
Blue?
defers it back to the home plate umpire. Not his call.
Step off and throw to third.
Where's the
Step
other Blue?
off. Get on the rubber.
Get on the rubber.
Okay, here we go. He calls him safe. And, hey, nice job. They put a run across the board, 12-2,
Yeah.
10-run game.
There you go.
Nice deep fly ball at the plate now is going to be Mr. Noah Pethel, number 2. Fast or off speed just off the plate for ball number 1. Looking to see if he'd go fishing in that river, but he decided not to. 1 ball, no strikes, 1 out. Hayhurst delivers down the middle, hit hard to the left fielder, but he's going to camp under a little can of corn, and DeHaven makes the catch for out number 2.
2 down in the inning. That brings up number 6, Braden Sharps.
Now he only threw 3 or 4 pitches.
Right.
So far in the 2 outs, 35
a contact
pitches.
pitcher, when a strikeout pitcher throws a lot of pitches.
Yeah.
But a contact pitcher, he can go the distance a lot because he gets people to swing the bat. With a defense like this, that's exactly what you want to do. And if you get a river call like that, you might as well just stay out there in it because that ball was off the plate.
Well,
so fastball, strike 1.
Dane did a real good
goes
job.
back out there and says, if he likes it, let's go again.
Yeah.
And he does. Foul ball down the left field line. That could be a free freeze pop here in the Bulldog Stadium.
Hunt that down and get a Roby reward. Thank you.
So no balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. At the plate is number 6, Mr. Sharps. He has played left field tonight. Fastball off the plate, called ball 1. That was the right call. That was the right call. But that's where the first pitch was for strike 1.
That's Hunter Hayhurst spotting right there.
Yeah, that was a beautiful spot.
That's command right there. Really good job.
Now let's bring that off speed right back in the start of the same spot. Fastball fouled straight back. So 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs.
Good. I got this.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah.
So 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. The Bulldogs are out into a demanding lead, 12 runs to 2. Off speed, swung on, slapped to center. Rakiski's got a beat on it, and he takes that away. So the Bulldogs give up 1, but they've got quite a cushion. It is the bottom half of the 4th with a score of 12 to 2, and we'll be back after these brief messages.
Check this out.
Ellenboro Floors, located at 23 West Washington Avenue in Ellenboro, West Virginia, is a family-owned and operated business. We have a full showroom with displays of flooring ranging from luxury vinyl plank, tile, hardwood, carpet, sheet vinyl, carpet tiles, and more. We offer commercial and residential installation. Let's turn your home or business into something special. Call 304-869-3969. Financing is available. We are open Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. That's Ellenboro Floors, located at 23 West Washington Avenue in Ellenboro, West Virginia. Call 304-869-3969 or visit us on Facebook. Key Oil Company has been a proud member of the North Central West Virginia community since 1978. Key Oil Company has been drilling and producing gas and oil in West Virginia for nearly 50 years. Home office located in Weston, West Virginia. Key Oil Company is a proud supporter of all Doddridge County student athletes. Let's go Bulldogs!
At the plate comes number 3, Josh DeHaven, and his mom, for him, has picked up the song Ice, Ice Baby.
That's a classic.
Dung, 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 dung. So here we go. DeHaven steps into the box, fastball, swung on for strike 1. I love the aggressiveness.
That was my first cassette tape when I was in 6th grade, was Vanilla Ice.
I want to ask you about if you remember something about when you and I were kids at your house, and it has something to do with music. Fastball finds itself just outside the plate for ball 1. You and I were probably in junior high.
Okay.
So we were not responsible for our actions.
Okay. That's
fastball down the middle, strike 2.
Okay.
There was a time at your house that your mom and dad trusted me and you to be at home alone.
Oh no.
And we had a CD. Do you remember what we did with that CD and how your dad responded? Because I do. I'm going to let you have some time to think about that. 2 balls, 2 strikes. DeHaven is at the plate. Swung
Nice
on,
hit.
hit hard to the second baseman. Nice job by number 2.
I do
as he
remember.
flips over to
but
DeHaven.
I don't remember what we did to the CD.
So your mom distinctively said, do not touch the sound system when we leave for work. And we had a CD that was called Illegal Bass. And we put it in there and blew up the total sound system. Smoke everywhere. Blew it up. Brockelman's at the plate. We're going to finish this story in a minute. Brockelman's at the plate, 12-2. We've turned this batting order over, so we've got our leadoff hitter up. So when the smoke comes rolling out of the machine, it freezes the machine and we can't get the CD out.
Okay.
Here comes the pitch, swung on, just foul. So Mark comes home, your father, wants to listen to some music and realizes, and me and you are absolutely panicking, he realizes that the machine is broke. So he gets out a screwdriver and busts it out and finds that Illegal Bass CD in there. Needless to say, I went home scared to death. I don't know what happened to you, but I'm sure you probably don't remember because of good reasons.
I was butt down on the bed, I'm sure. I'm sure of that.
Here we go. Brockelman at the plate. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. Leadoff hitter. Fastball outside called strike 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes to our leadoff hitter. He's had a beautiful hit in the left center gap again 2 nights in a row with that power. Fastball outside, a hair wider, and that's going to be 2 balls, 2 strikes.
I believe he walked last time, right?
He did. Full count. Swung on and missed. You don't see Brody swing on a miss like that on a full count, but nonetheless, 2 outs, and this is going to bring out Mr. Tristan Swiger to the plate. He has played second base tonight and has flashed that leather very, very well tonight.
Yeah.
Made an outstanding play over top that second base bag, shallow center field. Just a true effort of athleticism. Fastball low away, and that's going to be ball 1. Swung on, hitting that 6-hole. Shortstop makes a play, fires across. Swiger, pretty fast, gets there. That'll be an infield single for the 2-hole hitter. And here comes to the plate the 3-hole hitter for the Bulldogs. Number 7, Caleb Hall. He's 0 for 1 tonight.
And that brings to the plate Mama's boy, number 7, the right fielder, Caleb Hall.
Caleb last time flied out into foul territory. He has been walked 2 or 3 times tonight so far. Runner on first, 2 outs. Fastball way inside. Swiger takes second. And we have 1 ball, no strikes. So that puts Swiger in scoring position if we can get a ball through the infield to put us into that 11-run category. Fastball low and away for ball number 2. So 2 balls, no strikes, 2 outs.
He likes this pitch right here.
2-0. Looking, the pitcher wants to come in. He doesn't want to go to 3-0.
Right. He's got to throw a strike here. Caleb knows it.
Fastball inside. He does call strike 1.
Wasn't Caleb's pitch.
No. 2 balls, 1 strike. Live to see another day. Caleb's on that plate pretty heavy because he's been pitched outside some tonight. Make the adjustment. 2 balls, 1 strike, 2 outs. Fastball way outside for ball number 3. Runner on second is Swiger. Lots of speed, so pretty much any single should score him. Fastball not even close to the plate, and that walks him for the 3rd or 4th time tonight. That puts him at 42 walks for the year.
42 walks.
Hey, here, now we have Optimus Prime coming to the plate.
Oh, yeah, I hear
Optimus Prime. Here we got number 50, Luke Rakiski.
Brings up the center fielder, number 50, Luke Rakiski.
Luke, another senior, has been a Mr. Bulldog throughout his career. Started all 4 years of his Bulldog tenure. He is this year's center fielder. He also signed to play baseball next year with Potomac. He sees fastball on the outside of the plate for ball number 1. So we got 2 outs. 1 ball, no strikes. Fastball low for ball number 2. So 2 balls, no strikes. There are runners on first and second. Swiger at second, Hall at first. If we can get a ball in the gap, there's a good chance of even scoring 2 runs here. Swiger takes off, Hall delays, and we've taken both bags here. So now a base hit is going to put 2 on the board unless it's an infield single, which 1 would score. If you're watching from home, we're glad you're with us tonight. It's always nice to see our fan base. If you want to give a shout out from where you are, I'd love to hear from you. Here we go. Fastball hit to the 6th hole, and exactly what we thought. 1 run scored on an infield single. So he does his job, pushes 1 of the runs ahead, and we're 2 seniors on the corners, a first and third. Rakiski over at first, Hall at third, and that brings the junior power hitter, 5-hole hitter, Dane Murphy.
Dane, the big hurt Murphy.
Be nice to see Dane get one of those line drives deep in the gap. Dane is 3 for 3 tonight, I believe, with hard barrels. Last one was one of the hardest, right up the middle. Fastball spiked into the dirt. Rakiski takes third. Hall stays put. So a base hit should and could score 2. Dane awaits. He's had a hot bat. Love to see. Don't cool off right here.
Yeah, Dane's he's got a heavy barrel too. But Dane's one that's line drive kick. He has. Really, he's been on a line drive kick.
That last ball he hit, I thought was going to be close to caught because it wasn't very high off the ground, and he just scorched it right over the pitcher's head, right over top second base, and landed just into the green.
Remember one yesterday, the shortstop ran out of the way of?
He olayed it.
Yeah.
Fastball outside. Umpire gives it to him. Good take by Dane. Just a bit outside. The umpire likes it, but it is a 13-2 ball game, so it's totally understandable.
Yeah.
Here comes Hall coming home, slides in safe, and that's going to be 14-2 in favor of the Bulldogs.
Caleb had some wheels right there getting in there. He looked good.
Murphy still at the plate, 3 balls and 1 strike. And if there's a young man, there's 2 guys on this team that's never going to get cheated. Caleb Sutton and Dane Murphy. When they take their 3-1 hacks, they're going to be big.
Yeah.
So if we can get one off the barrel here, maybe put it up in the cars. Big swing, takes it just foul. So now we go full count. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Runner at third, and that runner is our senior, Luke Rakiski.
That was a big swing, though. He was trying to get on that.
Swung on, hit hard in the 6th hole, just past the leather, and that's going to be 4 for 4 for Dane Murphy. Just go ahead and get ready to call that young man up to the booth tonight.
4 for 4.
Excellent job here. Now we have another senior coming to the plate, number 8, Malachi Kelly. And I will tell you this, all of his hits have been with 2 outs. Where do you make your money? 2-out hits.
Yeah. That's
because every time he's done it, he's come out of that game and there's been the 2 outs.
Yeah. Oh, for the pinch runner and all that. Okay, I see.
At the plate now is going to be Malachi Kelly. Malachi is 0 for 1 tonight, been walked twice as well. Senior first baseman, athlete, pitcher, takes ball 1 up above the yellow hands.
The yellow hands.
Maxwell Nicholson over there running for the catcher.
See Malachi here. He's got a big swing, too. He connects with the ball. I think in batting practice last night, he was hitting the balls out like multiples per practice.
Yeah. Fastball low in the turf. No throw, no contest, but we take second base, so we now have runner at second. Runner at second, 2 outs. Malachi Kelly at the plate, playing first base tonight for the Bulldogs. 15-2 is your score. Swung on, hit hard, right in that magic 6 hole again, and there's no throw. That shortstop has scooted over and taken that 6 hole away as best he can.
Yeah.
He's doing a good job over there. That is not his fault. Those are base hits all day. So, young man, don't hang your head on that. You're stopping the ball from the outfield. At the plate, another senior, number 13.
Number 13.
Caleb Sutton.
Caleb. The shirt, Sutton.
Here comes the pitch to Mr. Sutton. Runners on the corners. Out. He steps off, wants to think about it. Checking hands. Malachi Kelly. Could we see him go? No. Fastball up. They were anticipating Malachi trying to take off to take second, take away the double or the easy out there, 1 and 2. Fastball top of the zone for strike number 1. So 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs. We'd like to see our senior here get a good connect. Fastball's away. Here comes the throw right back to the pitcher. So now runners are at second and third. We do have 2 outs. Caleb Sutton is at the plate. 2 balls and 1 strike. Here comes the pitch. Swung on, hit sharply over into the Caleb Sutton territory. I call it Caleb Sutton territory because we're not allowed to take batting practice down here when people are at the track because of Caleb Sutton. Oh. That boy has put more balls over onto that football field. I've never seen someone hit a ball so far,
really?
so backwards.
I didn't know that. Okay.
Yeah. Swung on, hit hard down the third base side, barrels it into the ground.
Without saying too much over the air, I mean, he's got a hard swing on him. You know, if you throw it inside, he's going to pull it. If you throw it outside, he's going to take it away.
2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Off speed, foul straight back. Way to sit on that. So 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Runners got 2 on. Look at little deuces wild here.
Yeah.
To the 7-hole hitter. Fastball inside, almost catches him on the chin. Like a puma, is able to pounce out of the way on that one. So we've got 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Like a puma, buddy. He's got reflexes like a cat.
Okay.
Yeah.
I get it.
People at home understand. Fastball low in the turf. That loads the bases.
4.
And coming to the plate is number 11, Hunter Hayhurst.
Another one that's been hitting hard. In practice the other day, I seen him. Yeah, I was watching up from up there. He was hitting them off the fence. Yeah, I think he hit a home run.
He did hit a home run the other day because he called his mama and said, "Hey, I hit my first home run."
I think he did. Yeah.
People are over here laughing in the booth at the Puma comment. I mean, if you watch anything with reflexes, it's a cat. I mean, it sounds a little more manly to say a puma instead of a kitty cat. So is the Puma reflexes. I usually save it for third base comments, but it was effective at that moment.
It sounded right.
It did.
Until they all laughed at it.
You know what? It doesn't even faze me.
Doesn't even matter.
Don't care.
Doesn't even matter. You didn't even hear it.
I don't care. Most of the people at home don't care. They probably have their TV turned off.
Right.
Swung on and a strike 2 called. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. People at home probably have turned their volume down and just watched these Bulldogs play baseball. But if not, hey, that's your fault. Fastball outside corner, graciously called ball 2. Umpire has called that a strike multiple times tonight, so Hunter a little too close for comfort. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Hayhurst, the 8-hole hitter, fastball outside. He's not going to give it to you twice. That's going to be rung up looking. And now we go to the top of the 5th, and the Bulldogs are 3 outs away for this game being in the record books and the regular season coming to an end. So let's find out what these next 3 outs look like, how long it takes, and none other than Mr. Luke Rakiski coming on the mound for the Bulldogs to try to finish us out. Ladies and gentlemen, we'll be right back after these brief messages.
Looking for automotive service you can trust? Turn to Rokiski Service Center in Clarksburg, West Virginia. Family owned and operated since 1924. We've proudly served generations of local drivers with dependable, honest automotive care. From routine maintenance like oil changes, brakes, and tires, to lift kits, custom wheels, and off-road accessories, we help keep your vehicle ready for anything. Visit Rokiski Service Center at 798 West Pike Street or call 304-623-2836 today. That's Rokiski Service Center, 304-623-2836. Bulldog Station in Doddridge County Sports is a winning combination. For all your pizzas, subs, and salads, call Bulldog Station at 304-666-1364. Open Monday 10 a.m. to 4 p.m., Tuesday and Wednesday 10 a.m. to 6 p.m., Thursday and Friday 10 a.m. to 7 p.m., and Saturdays 4 p.m. to 7 p.m. Bulldog Station located at 323 West Main Street, West Union, West Virginia. Let's go Bulldogs.
All right, welcome back. Top of the fifth. Bulldogs out to a commanding lead, 15-2. And the coach goes into the bullpen. He says, hey, let's bring out the senior, Luke Rakiski. He delivers fastball, foul ball. Number 13 is at the plate. It's going to be a new hitter. Number 13 is Mr. Hirschman. Jay Hirschman is what we're looking at. We see some last names, not all the first names. So Mr. Hirschman at the plate against the senior righty, throws that, almost hits the bull, and we are going to have ball number 1. 1 ball, 1 strike, no outs.
I feel like he just got a little anxious there. He wanted to overthrow a little bit.
Fastball inside, almost hits the guy into the jersey. You know, when you have a guy like this, I played with a young man that pitched for us and closer up at Alderson Broadus. He was a center fielder through about 92, 93. When he came into the game from center field, I mean, he absolutely threw gas. And if he hit a first 1 or 2, he didn't care. He's like, I just warns him that I'm coming.
Yeah.
So that's a good mentality to have as a closer. 3 balls, 1 strike. We've thrown 3-4 fastballs here. 1 has found its mark. The other 3 just off. 3-1 by the senior. Have a cushion enough to let him work. Off speed, breaks well, but into the turf, and that's going to be a walk. So 4 balls to Mr. Hirschman, and at the plate comes number 44, Mr. Pethel, the first baseman.
You know, even that pitch looked like a really good pitch from Luke. Might have been down a little bit. But
fastball, low, ball 1. Rakiski on the mound, trying to close it out here. Last regular season game, so why not go to the guy that's played the most games so far as a Bulldog for us? Past the swinging bat at number 44. Ball gets past Murphy on the swing, and that is going to allow the runner to go 90 feet. So we have a runner on second base. 1 ball, 1 strike, no outs. Runner is at second. Pethel at the plate. Off speed, gets him chasing. 1 ball and 2 strikes. And you know, when you have a freshman come up and play, you don't see a whole lot of pitches like that in junior high. No. You know, you don't see a whole lot of guys throwing that hard in junior high. No. So, you know, it's tough when you got to first get in there. A breaking ball, back door. Oh, we had him dead to rights if we'd have covered the bag. Nice strikeout, try to throw out by Murphy.
Yeah, I mean,
we didn't cover the bag.
No, Dane had the ball up there, had him beat.
Yeah, he was out dead to rights. However, we record the first out of the inning by a strikeout looking.
I bet you they cover the bag now.
Strikeout looking. So Rakiski bounces back, looks good after the first walk. Fastball up to the backstop, and that's going to allow the runner to get to third. So 1 ball, no strikes. Runner advances. And that ball's to the backstop. One ball, no strikes, 1 out, fastball high, inside, ball 2. Rakiski's one of those guys. It'd be nice to see him settle in when he does settle in. Got a good call there. 2 balls and 1 strike. The umpire expanded that zone just a little bit there on him. So the young man at the plate was the beneficiary of a widened strike zone. Now that one was right down the middle. At the plate is number 25, Bailey. So 2 balls, 2 strikes. Rakiski delivers. Fastball right down the middle for strike 3. So 2 strikeouts. Great adjustment by the senior reliever. And we are 3 strikes away, maybe even 1 pitch away from being out of this ball game. The Bulldogs lead 15-2. And ladies and gentlemen, you do know that after this last out here, we'll discuss for a moment, bring back the player or players of the game. That ball is going to get away. Looked like it almost hit the batter. That's going to score a run off of a wild pitch. And we're at 15-3. However,
Run scored on wild pitch.
we'll bring back the player of the games, bring them up here in the press box, talk to these young men, and we'll have a exiting talk with our coach prior to the last time we talked to him before we go to the regions.
Yeah.
So I got some questions. 2 balls, no strikes, 2 outs. There is no one on base. We had a walk, wild pitch, wild pitch, wild pitch, and that scored him. Fastball stays up and away, 3 balls, no strikes. In between those wild pitches was 2 strikeouts.
Oh, was it?
Yeah. Fastball outside, walks him. That was number 7 was at the plate, and that was the leadoff, Mr. Marino. And up to the plate now is the 2-hole hitter, number 23, Savian Huggins.
Number 23.
Dane comes out and talks to Rakiski, and I bet he might say, hey, take a hair off that. Let's get in the zone. Let's let the barrel work. You know, you got a really good gloves behind you. Trust your defense. You think that's what's being said?
Yeah, probably something a little more vicious. But, I think maybe, yeah, I don't know. You can't go out there and really just get all serious. Right now, you got to either say something to make him mad or you're going to say something to make him laugh.
I think he's mad enough with how he's a little overthrown right now, so maybe something to make him laugh.
And you're right, though. If he just let up a little bit, he'll get it in there.
Just chill.
Yeah, he got it. And you're right. And that's what we'd had to do.
I'm like, dude, who are you mad at out here? Because you're just like chucking balls everywhere.
Right.
Relax. Just throw one at their bat. How about you mix in a strike?
You're winning 15-3.
There we go. Back pick. Just misses. Nice idea by Murphy. We have strike 1. So the talk out there from the junior catcher to the senior pitcher so far has been productive. No balls, 1 strike, 2 outs. Second ball fouled away. So we have no balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Could be the last pitch of the game. The Bulldogs are trailing 15-2. 15-3, excuse me. That ball hit the backstop. I think he was trying to throw something off speed there and just let it get away from his hand and chucked it. I mean, that ball's about 10 feet above the plate.
Luke gets so hyper focused on throwing hard, everything else just kind of flies away for a second. Oh, all right, come on, man, get you in there, Luke. He's got good stuff. I like Luke's stuff. He just got to get it in the groove.
2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Rakiski is not leaving anything to be denied on that mound. You know, he walked up to the plate. This reminds me, he walked up to the plate with the Transformer songs. And if you remember the quote for the Transformer, we can't find a tighter shirt. We can't find a harder pitch. He's throwing as hard as he can. 3 balls, 2 strikes, fastball low, but gets him rung up, and that's going to do it for the game. And the Bulldogs don't even realize they just won the ball game. They're walking off like last night's game, and we have finished the game 15-3. In favor of the hometown Bulldogs. And when we come back, we're going to talk about the player of the game, discuss a little bit of our thoughts here, and try to get these young men up in the booth as quickly as possible so we can talk to them. So, ladies and gentlemen, don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
Check this out.
Mission in motion. In Doddridge County Schools, our students are becoming future ready, rising up with bright minds and big goals. Together, we are united to make a difference.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, as we are going to cover the player of the game. So, Justin, as you watch this game unfold tonight, who do you think stood out for us?
Well, off the jump, Hunter Hayhurst, phenomenal performance. I think he came out head glued. Everything was good. He was in the zone, pounding the zone, working corners, working batters. And, and what I like to see is in high school and this level, these guys come out here and they kind of lose their train of thought and they lose their fire in between innings.
Yeah.
Now our guys are starting to keep that train of thought and that fire between innings and be able to keep focused. So let's go with Hunter Hayhurst and then Dane Murphy.
Oh, yeah.
Dane Murphy, 4 for 4 up the line. I think he had a double, a couple singles. 4 for 4. It don't matter. You come in and you catch. He did a real good job. And, Dane's just an all-around good guy. On top of all he's done, I mean, he keeps coming back going 4 for 4. It's
and that was 4 for 4 with 4 barrels.
Right.
That wasn't 4 for 4 with a slap bloop or almost. It was 4 for 4 with 4 absolute smokes off the barrel.
Yes.
So excellent job. Let's jump back to Hunter for a second.
Okay.
2 nights in a row, we've watched a sophomore and a junior that have not seen a ton of innings here in the latter part of the season.
Yeah.
They've kind of been on the bench more than they've been off of it, but they're part of our stable. They've came into these games after having about a week and a half delay from pitching, and we're lights out.
Well, yeah. Now they're hungry.
Yeah.
And you're talking about these guys that have been on the bench. Like you got Evan hasn't got to pitch a lot. You got Hunter Hayhurst. These guys on the bench are just as good as their aces.
Oh, 100%.
And they are hungry. So it's like our aces have been seeing innings. These guys coming behind them are just as hungry. So they're just as good as the aces. So you got a lot coming for you, man.
You do, and people ask about the health of the Bulldogs going into next year, and you say, hey, our top 2 pitchers, 2 of our top pitchers are sophomores.
Yeah.
Tristan Swiger, Hunter Hayhurst, those are 2 sophomores.
Yeah.
If we are in a game where wins matter, Tristan Swiger is going to be on the mound if his arm is available.
Yeah.
Then you look at it. Oh, by the way, our junior Evan Kelly is pretty solid as well. So we've got 3 of our main pitchers are returning.
Yeah.
So I really like that. And correct me if I'm missing somebody there, but you throw in those 3 guys on the mound. Those are your 3 guys you return with. Most staffs would like to return with 1 ace.
Right.
We're going to return with 3 starters.
Oh yeah.
on the mound.
I don't see any less than 7 to 8 pitchers again next year. I don't see.
We got a
anything
couple
less.
guys coming up. We got a couple guys that haven't thrown a whole lot for us because there just wasn't room for them. We didn't have a JV schedule.
Yeah.
So I'm really excited about the future here of the Bulldogs, and I can hear some footsteps coming in here in just a second.
Here they come.
You're going to see these guys. They get excited for this. So when you guys tune off and don't listen, trust me,
listen to these
they
guys.
love to talk. They get scared to death. It's
Yes,
hilarious.
they do.
Now Dane doesn't. He loves us. He eats it up. Speaking of the big man,
Here you
great
go,
Dane
Dane.
Murphy. Dane, come over here and grab the headset, and we're going to talk to Dane. He was selected tonight as one of the players of the game on the offensive side. So, Dane, how do your hands feel right now? Because the bat was on fire tonight.
Kind of hurting. I was getting jammed every at bat, though.
It didn't look like you were
It
jammed
didn't,
because
but-
your barrel was smoking.
Yeah.
Those were 4 barrels tonight. Did it look like a beach ball?
Took good BP before the game. It's just feeling good. Yeah.
I like it.
I don't
Started
know.
in BP.
Yeah.
Every time we have good at bats and have good rounds, it usually starts somewhere. Off
Yep.
a tee, starts with good BP. What was your approach tonight at the plate? What was your approach to see such good pitches?
Go yard.
Go yard.
Yeah. I was swinging as hard as I could.
Yeah.
It's just they fell.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you used all sides of the field. You did a great job. And then we got to see you in a little bit. We've seen you some behind the plate, but mostly we see you over on a corner.
Yeah.
And more than likely at third. We've seen you at first. We've seen you at third mostly. But how do you like being back behind the plate?
It's awesome when your pitchers are on.
Yeah?
It's awesome. I love it. But nothing will take me away from loving third that much.
Right.
But don't get me wrong. I love catching.
I like it.
Yeah.
You say pitchers were on. You got to see tonight. I mean, we're bringing Hayhurst up here for a reason. He pitched very good. What did you feel calling pitches to him? How did you feel he did on the mound? How was his presence, his demeanor?
Completely comfortable on the mound. He was just like his second nature to be up there at that time. He was
like it.
Beautiful.
Well, Dane,
awesome.
excellent job tonight. Well deserved. 4 for 4 at the plate. It wasn't 4 dinks of a hit or, hey, miscues because someone lined up wrong. It was 4 barrels, 4 hard, loud outs or loud contacts. So good job. Roll that into the region. Stay hot, stay loose, stay healthy, and we're excited for what's to come. So, Dane, congratulations on being player of the night. All right, our next guy up is going to be, I see our coach here. Where do we see Mr. Hunter Hayhurst at? Is he down there talking?
I'll take a spot for now.
All right, we're going to bring the coach on here for a minute. Probably people start logging off when they find this out. But, Coach, good job, good win. You finished these guys here last year. It was a little different of a turnaround.
Yes.
Last year was a different exit than this year. So how did it feel to return the favor on such a win?
It was big because, honestly, they came here and I think they scored 10 runs in the first inning on us. And they were a different ball club, obviously.
Sure.
They were senior heavy and went to the state tournament. But it was nice. It was nice to come out there, in the last game of the season on a high note. That's kind of how I look at it.
It was good. And how do you think your guys are gearing up for this regional push? Because we look at this team as a team that's not just in the region, it's a team that has a chance to win the region.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I think they're ready to go. I mean, I think, I think we're ready. Like, you know what I mean? Essentially, they're ready to play. If we played tomorrow, they'd be ready to go. A big game like tonight, scoring a lot of runs, having some timely hitting, especially with 2 outs.
Yeah.
You crush teams when you're scoring runs with 2 outs.
Dane Murphy, 4 for 4, doesn't hurt.
Yeah.
4 for 4.
I mean, he was aggressive in the
and
ball.
And they came with 2 outs.
Yep, exactly.
That's where you earn your paycheck.
And honestly, it's funny, I think it was the inning we had 5 runs. We had a quick 1-2 out, and then we ended up still manufacturing runs.
Yeah.
Right there, had a walk here, a hit there, and, found a way to score 5 runs with 2 outs.
We talked tonight about the lineup of the region of what we're kind of thinking will fall into place. And we do know that the regional seeding is not necessarily based on your record.
Yep.
Regional seedings is completely and utterly based on what coaches think.
Yeah.
They get a ballot.
Yeah.
They are allowed to say, hey, who do you want to see? Now, listen, I've been a part of this. I've watched guys try to pencil in wins.
Yeah.
Where they're like, hey, this guy really is a number 2, but if enough of us vote him for a 4, I got a better chance to move on. They get on the phone, and we want to act like that doesn't happen, but it happens every year.
Yep, exactly.
Where do you see that top 3-4 teams falling? What's your opinion on that?
If I had to, Willing Central being 1,
Okay.
I think we've earned the 2 spot. And the way regionals are kind of set up, it's like a 1A, 1B, basically. So you kind of split off the bracket there. And then I would kind of trail a Weir and a Tyler in there as a 3 or 4, or, you can kind of flip either one of them. They both have some good arms.
You got Williamstown in there.
Oh, I'm sorry. Williamstown is a 3.
Yeah.
And then I would say 4 or 5 would be Weir and Tyler. And then really Oak Glen and Ravenswood, they're kind of a toss-up between the 2. I think they split on the year. I know, actually, they didn't play. So that was one thing that you couldn't really go off of. So you had to look at the record and see how they matched up against other teams. But we've played them both. I think they're both comparable teams, so they could be a 6 or a 7 in my opinion.
That's the entire teams right there in your region?
Yeah, that's it.
If I were to give a prediction based on what I've watched, because we've seen every one of these teams, I would look at Central first.
Yep.
You guys second.
Mm-hmm.
Williamstown third. Weir fourth. Then after we go to Weir, I think your Oak Glen is better than a Tyler.
Okay.
I think Oak Glen is better. We've played them both. We've played them both twice.
Yep.
I think Oak Glen has an arm or 2 that's a little better to keep them in.
They split. I do know that.
Okay. So I would go with an Oak Glen, in my opinion. I think Ravenswood falls below those guys.
Yeah.
I would put Ravenswood as the bottom tier of that.
Yep.
And I'd put Tyler above them.
Yeah.
That's kind of where I would shake things to be. Now, my vote does not count. Neither will it even be listened to.
Right.
But so we got a big, tall order in front of you.
Yeah.
But it's got to be exciting. So just real quick, last question, because I see Hunter back here dancing. He's still pumped up from tonight. What do you think practice looks like? It is Tuesday.
Yeah.
You got Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, no games. What's the approach? How do we keep that mentality sharp?
Well, you need to compete. That's really what
Yep.
we need, a competitive practice. Need to go out here, maybe have some guys throw live, maybe a little inter squad, something along those lines. You got to keep that edge.
Yeah.
That's the big thing. We can't be lackadaisical and have bad practices carry into Monday. So have good practice, upbeat practices, and it doesn't necessarily have to be 3 hours long. We can come in here and get our work done because
Sure.
we do have quite a few days to get some work in. So that's kind of how I look at it.
Your bats have still got to see competitive arms.
Yep.
You've got Hall and Swiger, your number ones.
Yep.
There's not a 1-2 there. There's the ones.
Yep.
They probably need to throw against some hitters
Yep.
tomorrow.
Yep.
People say, we're into the season. We take a couple of days off. Absolutely not. This is where you can't take days off. You didn't work all season to give up now.
Yep, exactly.
So, Coach, we're rooting for you. We're going to be behind you. Hopefully we get that 2 seed. We get to play a lot of games at home. We'll be here to broadcast it and get to show North Central West Virginia and beyond what you've really worked for all season. So congratulations.
Thank you.
And now let's get this headset over here to Mr. Hunter Hayhurst. Hunter has been the pitcher of the game. Hunter's a sophomore, steps onto the mound tonight as a sophomore. Last game of the season against a AAA team.
Yeah.
Coach has got a lot of faith in you. How did you feel getting the rock in a game like today?
I felt very comfortable after my Oak Glen game.
Okay.
I felt like I had a lot of confidence going into the game.
Okay. What do you think confidence-wise, what makes you feel confident on that mound this year versus last year?
Throwing a lot of strikes.
Okay.
I've been pounding the zone myself, I feel like, and that helps a lot.
If you were to say, hey, I've got a 1-pitch, 2-pitch, 3-pitch, where would you go with those? What do you think's number 1, 2, 3?
Probably fastball.
Okay.
Mainly, first 2 pitches are fastball. Now I might throw a curveball.
Okay.
But, tonight, we, mainly throw fastballs because they were, behind it a lot.
They struggled catching up to the right arm. You sit there in the low 8s as a sophomore. You've got the frame. You're getting ready to go into regions. This year, you are looked at as a number 3 kind of pitcher. Is that a different style of pressure this year than last year?
Last year, I felt like I didn't have as much confidence. But, last year, I had, 20 innings pitched. But, this year, I've almost doubled that.
Right?
Yeah.
And you've earned it. I mean, we can put you in any game and nobody worries.
Yeah.
You've earned that position. And what in the off season, we've seen you work. We've seen you pitch to get some good bats. Did that help you prepare for what you're about to see now?
Most definitely. Helped a lot.
Good. So, Hunter, you pitched 4 innings tonight, shutout innings. You threw 1 or 2 runs here and there, but you were dominant on the mound. We're excited for what's to come. You're a sophomore. So what do you think your next few days look like to prepare? Who would you like to pitch against in the region? Last question. Who would you like to pitch against in the region?
First game?
If you were putting on the mound, who would you like to face?
Probably Ravenswood.
Okay, I like it. And there's a good chance we see that matchup. And if we see that, I bet we see a little right arm coming. And it could be game 1 of the region. And I think it'd be a great way to start. So, Hunter, excellent job tonight. Congratulations on being the player of the game.
Thank you.
And way to go out this season. We're rooting for you. Can't wait to see what is to come. Ladies and gentlemen, thanks for sticking with us. Beautiful night here at the home of the Bulldogs, where we watched the Bulldogs steamroll over top the Polar Bears with a score of 15-3. That wraps it up for the regular season with the Bulldogs with a record of 23-7, I believe it is. And it was a beautiful night to be a Bulldog no matter where you were. And we cannot wait to be back for regional play. Until then,